incoming transmission.
Welcome to Saving Star Trek, a show talking about one of my favorite shows, Enterprise. I am Linda Park. I play Hoshi Sato and also Empress Sato. So enjoy this show. I love that it's finding a whole new life on the streaming services. And you better hit that like button or Empress Sato will not be happy. I mean, she could make a storm happen, and she could really make your life hard. Anyways, enjoy the show, hit that like button, and thank you for being a fan of Enterprise.
Automatic defense procedures initiated.
I'm reading 3 Xindi biosigns.
Target the facility.
Sir.
We can't risk it. Fire.
Hey everybody, it's your buddy Admiral Teague, a couple of minutes late. It's good to see you all. Sorry for the delay. A couple of technical things going on. With me is Resolute Germ, my science officer. Sir, how are you today?
Not too bad. How you doing, Teague?
I just watched the scene that I missed from the other from the View Party, and I'm up to speed. Hello to everybody out there. It's good to see you all. Hello to... Let's see, who do we got out there? Reverend Burnfried. Hello to the Trek Reviewer. Hello to Saving Star Trek. That's a handsome guy. He looks familiar. Look at this guy, huh? And hello to Admiral Teague. And boy, these two, peas in a pod. Phantom Boomer Explorers, hello. Hello to Theta of the Grid. It's good to see you. Hello, buddy. Hello to Stephen M. Hello, Kal-El, sir. It's good to see you, Kal-El 164. Kal-El 64. Hello, Stephen M. Hello to Wes Cagle, sir. Oh, sir. Good to see everybody. Hey, welcome to Saving Star Trek. We got a mixed bag of episodes tonight, but I think probably a pretty good and really good and juicy second episode with a lot of stuff going on. We're going to kind of start the final 3 episodes of the Xindi arc, and in true Enterprise fashion, they give us an okay story. There's a couple of problems with it. Germ and I aren't as high on E2 as some people, but we do like it. And I thought that maybe it was, I call that episode Tomorrow's Enterprise. That's first on our plate. Also, Sean will be here in about 5 minutes, 10 tops. Germ, what do you think of E Squared? Just before we get into rating it, we watched it. It's the episode ends with Degra just being like, bro, you better be careful when you go through this anomaly. There's pirates in there. And that's how the previous episode ends. And that's how the previously on ends. And then we're right into this week's action. And we meet a ship that's almost exactly the same as the Enterprise. And it's not yesterday's Enterprise. It's tomorrow's Enterprise. So if you could do me a favor, hit the like, share the screen. I'm sorry, share the stream, exit out. If you are a Redditor, you know what, man? I love people who put my stuff on Reddit. If you put my stuff on Reddit, I will be eternally in your debt. And you should see how much I can reciprocate when people do me a favor. Reddit is the key to all this. Also, a lot of stuff going on. For the people coming through later, I got to say thank you all so much. And even for the people here now, when the stream is over, leave me a comment. Ask me a Star Trek question. Let me know how you feel about the episode. Debate it with me. I still keep the conversation going most of the week. It might take me a while to get back to you. And if you want to support the stream and help me polarize the hull, give me a like by all means, but leave me a comment as well. We gotta love those comments. Germ, let's talk about E2 for a minute first. I'll pull up a suitable picture for it. E2, I call Tomorrow's Enterprise. What do you think of that title?
A little bit more fitting than E2.
Yeah.
That's just Black creativity.
That is one of the worst episode names, the least creative. Do you think they were talking about it and like, we can't call it Tomorrow's Enterprise?
I wouldn't see why they couldn't. It's
It would
infinitely
seem-
better than E2 is something you. That's the production title of the episode. That's something that you put in until you can actually write a good title.
By the way, I got some good news for you. A friend of ours, I think you know who he is. He's a subscriber and a channel member. He does other stuff. I think he's down with Nick Weiser. You know who the J-Man is?
I've heard of the J-Man.
Yeah, Dave C is a mutual friend, and the thing is, the J-Man and I were mutual admirers. I love his work, and he likes our channel too. So I was over there, like, watching him do a lot of comic breakdowns, and he has his own unique way of rating things. So it looks like the 16th, we're going to have the J-Man with us here at Saving Star Trek, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. He's a nice guy. Have you watched his stuff?
Off and on.
You know what brought him to my attention, aside from the fact that he was following our channel, which I always appreciate, was that the J-Man, he owns the top image search for every episode of Enterprise.
Oh, interesting.
Well, he reviewed them all, and I would say did a very good job. He has a unique rating system that I don't know if this show could use. I'll let him explain it, but he'll be that night probably using our rating system. You know what I mean? As an OUR, not an R rating system. But let me share the screen. E2, the episode, you may remember, here's one of the more well-known scenes. That screen share did not work out. Let me give it one more try. Sorry, kids. Here we go. There she is. We're going to head towards this anomaly and go inside, but we get intercepted by another ship. Maybe it's the Columbia, but no, it's Tomorrow's Enterprise. Germ, when you saw this, were you like amped up for a good episode? And hey, fans of Lunar Explorers.
Yeah, it did seem like a good idea, and from the preview I got from the previous week, but when it originally came out, pretty big letdown.
Our good friend RRTNZ went right ahead and said that he thought that the problem with the episode was that Trip's son wasn't like a strong actor.
That is one of the big problems.
It's not like he looks so much like Trip that we needed to have him to make this work. How the hell did that ever happen?
I don't know. It's casting.
Right.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Connor has may have a brother, a cousin, or something.
Connor is really good in this episode. Is the guy's last name Trenier, or you just think he looks like? Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Sorry, I forgot my own logic. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Connor Trenier, he's a really good actor. Maybe it's his uncle or his cousin. The guy's older than. It's weird. He's older than Trip, and he's like, "You're my father." It's like, huh? But I got a vasectomy. It was just like Trip is. I guess the best part of it is it ends, right? With a big fight with the bad guys in the singularity. And also, I don't think we see the Xindi at all in this one. The point here is that we've got to get through this singularity in a certain amount of time to meet Degra. But the crew of the Enterprise 2, it's crewed by descendants of the original Enterprise crew. And they all intermarried or met people somewhere, and they meet like whatever, some Cardassian looking like Jadzia Archer or whatever the hell her name is, and we just have these weird replicas and mashups of different crew members. It was really, really weird, and I remember thinking that it was an interesting episode. It wasn't an unpleasant episode. It went by well enough, but I was just like, you know what? Not a bad episode, not bad Star Trek, but for one thing, there were some problems with the believability going on. Germ.
Yeah, the believability was a big problem with the makeup and just the randomness on the crew. We only really get to talk to two of them, which is also a problem. But they didn't put as much thought in it as I would like them to.
And I want to say hello to everybody over on the other side where we should be live or we'll be live in a moment. I don't know. We're trying it again. You know, we'll keep trying until we get it right on the Freedom Network. They're weird, but it looks like the show is in fact going out live. Hello to all of you over there. Hi, guys. Hello on Bumble. You guys are the best. You have better emojis, so please like the stream and use those great emojis. I'm going to spam out an American flag right now, Jerm. Something you can't do on the streaming platform we're on.
Yeah, that's a real disappointment on the Red Band channel.
Yeah, soon the Green Band channel will wake up to it and realize that this is ripe for the taking. Although they rake you over the coals with advertisements too over there. And you got a greeting, Jerm. It's Theta.
Hey, Theta.
I thought that now we talked about the believability. You had one thing, you said it before I could say it, and I felt the same way. What was the biggest challenge to the believability? It comes right up front.
For me, it was the whole look of the thing, especially to Paul.
Yes.
They should have gotten a different actress.
Yes. It was a little weird. They didn't do the best makeup job. She looked a little strange. And here's the deal, guys. Just so everyone knows what's going on. Sean running late. He should be here by past. JT, he is right now staring at his computer in anger, waiting for his internet to return. Did everything right, but something went wrong, and I think it was a physical cut to the internet cable in his area. So we won't have JT with us, but next week when we start the show, we'll let him weigh in on what he feels and how he thinks about this one. But again, please do me a favor, tweet out that we're live. Give the show a like, and like I said, if you're a Redditor, help us out. Hey, the Dead Man got here. Hello, Dead Man. Good to see you. And I think I said hi to John the Beagle Dad. I think I'm all caught up on hellos. Yeah, to Paul, they really should have recast her. Anyone would have been better. Nothing could have been worse. She didn't do a good job of playing herself as an old lady. She simply spoke slower.
Yeah, it's pretty much all that. Besides the pounds of makeup on her face. She just starts speaking slower.
And her hunchback. It was pretty bad. I didn't dig the look they gave her. What are you going to do?
Yeah, there's a lot they could have done, but for a throwaway episode, I don't know what they're really going to do.
This episode was to buy time and pad budget. You had your own ship. You could just change the scan a little bit. That wasn't too hard, upscaling it. This is a bottle episode. Your other ship is your ship. So you just change your set around a little bit. And they're trying to pace out the season a little better. And I guess what I would say is it turns out to mostly be successful, in my opinion.
I wouldn't say successful. They don't outright fail, but hard to call this a success.
All right.
At least for me.
We're out of... Oh, here we have it. All right, so here's Mr. Reed. He's checking some stuff out. He has some feelings and some opinions, sir. And there we have it, tomorrow's Enterprise. Let's give you the biggest picture we can. It's the one on the right, obviously. And what I liked about it is I do like the kit bashed rebuilt NX 01.2. I like that green like power cell up there, or is that was like it might have been a weapon or something? Who knows what it was, right?
It looks like it has a barnacle problem.
It looks some of the metal's not the right problem, not the right color. And by the way, you know what? Did you notice this? That they both have the scar on the saucer section. It's not completely fixed.
Yeah, that was a good touch. I'll give him that.
It really was a good touch. This CGI a million times better than anything we see today. The design of these ships and the fact that they're creatures of deep space. Shouldn't one of them have been upside down to do this docking maneuver?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have the beauty shot that you get.
Honestly, could you imagine the beauty shot of seeing it from this perspective and slowly turning it around? Although I guess we're talking beyond the ability of the time. But
Probably, and I think it would ruin a shot later on. They probably
Yeah,
had
you're
something
right.
similar planned for the battle, but
You're right.
it was slightly beyond them.
I went a bit too far in a few places.
So here we have Trip and his father, or I'm sorry, Trip's son, and who's lived to a ripe old age. It's like, what is he, like a 60-year-old Vulcan or something? He's fully mature and getting old for a Vulcan. Not super old, but with Vulcans, it seems like they hit 50 and they stay there for about 25 years, and then they hit 60 and they stay there for about 25 years, and slowly, like Serac looked like Sarek looked like 85 when he died, and that's how old Mark Leonard was about, give or take. So, pretty sure that was pretty sure that this guy could have been cast better, but I liked this was kind of cool, father and son working together on tech and talking together, but it's kind of the reverse because his son is a lot more wise than he is, or at least thinks he is.
Yeah, definitely on the thinks he is.
Absolutely. What did you think of the little conversation here?
It wasn't too bad. As I said, I wasn't really overly impressed with anything in it. But at least they don't hurt anything.
They really don't hurt anything, although they leave us hanging at the end. And hey, 13 of you here, that's awesome for a Saturday night. You know, YouTube told me that is like legitimately strong, and Grok agreed. So I had two AGIs. I had two different AIs tell me that this show is doing real good. So thank you all for being part of it, and let's go a little further forward in the plot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open up Paramount Plus on my browser, and I'm going to use the episode to guide myself through. So, Jerem, you want to give me any more on Trip and his son?
I like that they dropped the hint that the son is a little bit messed up because Trip dies when he was 13. That's something that a lot of people would overlook, but I'm glad they just dropped that nugget in there.
To explain his lack of wisdom?
And a little bit of his instability.
By the way, on Paramount Plus, the episode name is spelled out, and it's not E2. It's E squared.
Wow.
It's better. That's better.
Barely.
Oh, it's a lot better. It's still very far from good. It's better. All right. Hey, you give this one, RRTNZ gives it a 7 out of 10. It felt oddly placed in a narrative. I think so too. I think they didn't want to blow the whole Xindi arc at once, so they had these side quests. Old Paul was great. It was a great sci-fi idea. Yeah, this whole episode is deeply sci-fi. Although I think time travel is niche sci-fi, but for them it's not really time travel for them. Like, our characters don't time travel. They meet time travelers. So the time travelers have an in-world explanation that totally fits with Star Trek. these time travelers don't annoy me as much as most others, but they're more confusing than most time travelers, aren't they? Lorien was quite bland, says RTNZ. Lorien is the son of Trip and T'Pol. Yeah, he was bland. Some decent effects. There was a couple of minutes of good battle effects in there, and a good time paradox, but some ridiculous character decisions. That's true, and also I would just say I found like I liked that they were trolling the whole grandfather paradox by having him meet his own grandfather and try to change his fate, but I also like that they had the time in there to yeah, you might be right about that one. I also like the fact about they found time to like have this father son like car rebuild scene. You know, this is like the space age version of this. It's pretty deeply sci-fi, and they give us like we might have some problems with it, but it's a story fairly well told because everything happens more or less for a reason. This is not therefore storytelling, is it? I'm sorry. This is therefore storytelling. It's not this happened, that happened. Hi, guys.
It's only there to build up the characters. But I think they didn't know what they wanted to do with Lorien too well. They kept trying to play the difference between Vulcan logic and Trip's over emotional. They really don't pull it off.
Lorien, a bit of an impulse control problem, but far from a stone cold prick. So they didn't know how to play him. They didn't have the strongest actor, or he had bad direction because maybe this guy's great in other stuff, for all I know. But in this particular Star Trek episode, he really kind of added to the overall confusion that we had watching it. So what can I tell you? And guys, take our poll. I'm interested. We're going to. I messed up the order of operations. We should have let the fans grade this one. So I guess put your letter grades A through F in the chat on E Squared as we get a little further into the episode. So yeah, Lorien, not the most fantastic actor, but then again, like it easily could have been a lot worse. Is the only way I could think of putting it. What this Enterprise from E2, the E Squared Enterprise, they have a story of time travel and what happened to them that it does fit. It was set up in the last episode, but it was set up as an, oh, by the way, there's some douchebags who will attack you when you get to the edge of the singularity. Because Archer's going to jump into one of these, like it's a stable singularity in the Xindi space. Is that basically what it is, or did I get that wrong?
Essentially.
They didn't make it, though. That's why I'm trying to differentiate it. The Xindi have their own version of the transwarp corridor. The dead man says it passes. D might be about right. Anybody else feel like jumping in there with a grade? Go ahead. If you want to give a little justification, go ahead. We're shorthanded tonight, thanks to the Michigan Internet Authority. The Trek reviewer says this episode was an 8 out of 10. But if they had the same amount of time to produce this episode as current Star Trek, it could be a 10 out of 10. I do agree that it could be a lot better if it had been made by the current Star Trek people. What do you think?
Well, it could have been a lot better, but made by the current Star Trek people, no. If they had all the time and resources that these people have, it would have been, I agree, a 10 out of 10.
Kal-El says B-. I agree with RRTNZ's assessment of the episode. I couldn't have put it better myself. He is a passionate and very fair fan of Enterprise. He's only just a little bit too generous once in a while. For the most part, he's pretty pragmatic. But a lot of times he's brought up stuff that was real fair, that resonated. Like I kept thinking about, like, was it okay with T'Pol to show the Vulcan butt crack when we did it with Hoshi, and we came up with the reasons why, and it was just like, even though it was the same thing, kind of, it creeped us out when T'Pol just had her hands over her boobs. But I think what it was we got too much at once. It was like, it was set up. It wasn't played for laughs like Hoshi. It was prolonged. And it was like nerds who grew up not having great time picking up the ladies trying to write, like, relationship stuff. When they do relationships in Star Trek, the best they could do is not fuck them up. Keiko and Miles, for instance, 4 to a 5.5. You think that's how much better it could have gotten? Wes Kegel? See if we have any more pictures here. Anyway, when this particular ship, the captain is Lorian, and he's telling him, look, this is what happened. You went into the singularity and you got attacked. And we see a flashback, and the flashback's like, it's all like woozy and crazy. It's fairly good. I didn't mind our flashback. It's got a different grain to it. I'll share the screen for a minute. Let me get this one out of here. I'll share our screen for a moment. Check it out, guys. This is our flashback sequence. I'll give you a quick look at it. That's flashback vision. That's not much different than what goes on in the episode. It's not diffused that much. That's not from me. That's like their little time travel moment. They're like, it's not exactly like Star Trek the Motion Picture, but their voices are filtered and stuff. And then now we're back to this. As the story ends, we get back to the present, and they've been told, you're gonna get hit in the impulse drive manifold. And that's going to cause all sorts of problems. And that's going to cause you to get thrown back 114 years, was it?
Something like that, yeah.
And this is how you know. T'Pol's comment is, Zefram Cochrane won't make his warp flight for another 23 years. So they've been thrown way back. They're in the Wayback Machine, as is something else I could tell you about. They have Elizabeth and Lorian in two different timelines. Germ?
Sorry, I have something else.
Okay,
can you say that again?
Buddy Hepburn's comment is they have Elizabeth and Lorian in two different timelines.
Two different timelines. I don't remember them mentioning Elizabeth.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know what? Elaborate more if you want. Yeah, they say crack kills, but when it's T'Pol's butt crack, no. I mean, she's beautiful. We enjoyed seeing her body. We didn't say that we didn't like the scene. What we just said was it was creepy, but we'll watch it again very slowly. It wasn't the best. I would have rather that she made like I don't know, a workout video or something where she wore a skimpy outfit.
Yeah.
RTNZ says I try to be as fair as possible to Stephen M. And I look for positives. I think why modern Star Trek. I think with modern Star Trek writers, this episode would be a 10 out of 10, and a 0 out of 10 for story and character. Well, yeah, especially their new characters are bland and don't make it, but this would be the best episode of new Star Trek they ever produced. Germ.
It's better than anything new Trek ever produced. Yes.
They don't even
That's not
touch
hard
it
to do.
really. Picard 3 was like 2 levels below this, easily.
Easily, yes.
So there's Archer's daughter. Yeah, we met her mom on some planet. Here's a little more of the flashback. Her telling Archer they can't get back. And as we can see, Archer still got his laceration. He never let Doc heal it, did he?
I guess not.
And now we're back in there in the present. And this is where our pal Lorian tells him, you know what? I promised a man that I would stop that weapon from launching. But we got attacked by the Xindi and they messed up our ship and we couldn't get there. That man was you. And the weapon he's talking about is not the final weapon, but the first weapon. I believe
Yeah.
they have no idea what's going to happen in the future because they were thrown into the past. So that's a lock. They're hoping their plan was, well, we can't retravel time, so what we'll do is we'll become a generational ship, and our children can carry out this mission. So I like their dedication, and I love the concept. Do you want to talk to me a little bit about how they gave the Star Blazers a real twist with E Squared? Not that they shook up the Star Blazers story, but this little side quest was kind of a riff on what would happen if like Star Blazers went wrong, and this is basically what they're looking at having happen to the Colonial Fleet. The Colonial Fleet was afraid that they would have to become generational. The president talks about it. Just like we lost 4 people in battle, but 6 babies were born. Something like that, right?
Yeah, so when you're isolated, it's always a real big problem becoming a generational ship. That's never really a strong storyline, but they didn't do too bad.
Guys, just so you know, the monitor on Jerem's computer not so great, so I'm going to read the question. Trek Reviewer asks, is this episode a redo of a DS9 episode, the one with old Odo trying to save Kira? It's a mashup of a few episodes. One's a Voyager episode, but Jerem's our show's resident DS9 expert. Jerem.
It is somewhat like it. The fact that they have their descendants, that's pretty much it. In the DS9 one, that was they accidentally threw themselves back in time, and that's pretty much the connection. I'd say the DS9 episode's a lot better done.
And the DS9 episode, is that based on previous Star Trek 2? Is there an episode that starts us off on this run? This isn't one part of this is yesterday's Enterprise flipped around. It's not very much the same, but it's kind of the same in how they get blown back in time. Weapons fire and a singularity. Weapons fire creates a singularity in yesterday's Enterprise. They're in the singularity and get hit with weapon fire in Enterprise Squared or E Squared. So they're using a time travel variation. It's 2 or 3 different kinds of Star Trek episodes at once. Just like in yesterday's Enterprise, only one ship travels time. One ship ends up being from a different reality. In this one ship travels time, and it's the only one from a different reality that we see. Like, we only know our primary reality. So that would be the difference. Get back, JoJo. Go home. RRTNZ is a great reviewer, and we're going to have him back with us fairly soon, too. But we have J-Man coming down the pike. We're going to try to get the Dead Man on here at some point when someone gets through to me on his behalf. The trope of future versions of children of the current characters is well-worn ground. I agree. Or the characters themselves changed into children. We saw that in Star Trek TNG. So, yeah, and of course, it all goes back to the best episode of TOS, your favorite and mine, The Children Shall Lead.
That's not even funny.
It's probably not even funny, I agree. All right, let me advance our slideshow here a little bit more. By the way, I do like their glassware set, and they're like, what the hell is that? A giant coffee, like a giant Romulan ale decanter? A vaporizer?
Lemonade, I guess.
Yo, you know the J-Man 2 RRTNZ? DM him and tell him that you're looking forward to seeing him on here. It looks like Thursday. I asked him to be on the Enterprise panel with us because he's a really good Enterprise reviewer. He did every episode, and you guys should check it out. But the J-Man is a good guy. I'll find his link and a couple of other things. Lorian is also at this point he uses the Vulcan word for grandma or mom. We've heard something very similar when she talked about her grandmother. So it's a similar word, and he calls her like mommy in Vulcan or something. And she gives him a look, but doesn't give away what she said. But she gets it because he's a half Vulcan. And also, since he's Florida Man's son, he is a little like a full-on Romulan, isn't he? Kal-El. Yeah, the alternative factor is quite the episode, isn't it? Oh, man. I don't know. What do you think, Germ? He kind of has like idiot energy, but he's a Vulcan, which means he's sort of a Romulan.
Yeah, sort of.
Whenever you get a bad Vulcan, Romulan has to come in. Oh, Buddy Hepburn did it for me. Thank you, Buddy Hepburn. Thank you so much. Please stop by the J-Man's channel. The J-Man's a good guy. I enjoy his Star Trek stuff. And also, he did the Star Wars Marvel comics from the 70s that I had as a kid. Man, did I love watching him do those. I actually am something of a fan of the J-Man. And again, over on Rumble, hello to you all. You know what? Stream likes help. We got only one over there now. But you know what? Don't worry about it. This is the flagship show. When we put a live upload on the Green Band channel, it does extremely well. When we just do an upload, it tanks. They like it live. What can I tell you? And we love you live too. So you know what? Getting in our hours for their stupid studio, and maybe we'll become members of their premium plan. Not that we have a choice, but Lorian is the Florida Man Vulcan. He's got some Romulan in him, not genetically, but just he's a little bit of Romulan. I thought that Archer's daughter was a waste of time in this episode. How about you?
Yeah, there's no really purpose for her to be there.
Is she gorgeous without the false nose?
Oh, she's okay looking.
I mean, the ridges and the nose are completely fake. Her real nose is completely encapsulated, is my opinion.
He was really looking at her nose.
Lorian is not the most high-end Vulcan.
To say the least.
Germ, it says here, the thing is, the DS9 episode where they first left the planet, there were no people to warn them. Then Cisco and our crew meet people and avoid the crash and are in a different dimension timeline. Elaborate for me, sir?
Not really a different dimension. Is Odo changes the timeline. Because originally there's a field around the planet. It flings them back. Then that's where they see this settlement there. They're all set to make sure that happens on purpose. But old Odo changes their fate to save Kira. Because she was going to die in the crash. Okay.
And in this one, we're going to avoid an early death for Trip. So as you can see, their problem is they want to take... They got the same issue that the Enterprise has. They need some parts. And they're like, oh, we need our own part. It's just that we need your version of it because it's newer. And Archer's like, not too convinced. And so at this point, we're going to bring things to our boy Phlox. Most of the young women's ancestors were human. She would appear to be her great-granddaughter. And he's like, they are who they say they are. So Phlox confirms.
And that's the end of her relevance.
Yeah. We don't have to see her anymore. We don't need to see this. I just thought you'd enjoy seeing T'Pol. Oh, and then she finds out that she's like, why is this guy calling me mommy? But she doesn't say that. She's like, what's up with Laurie? And it's like, oh, it's your and Commander Tucker's son.
She throws up in her mouth a little bit.
Yeah. She had decided that they were better off not being together. By the way, you know what the plan they're not thinking of?
What's that?
What do you think of this? One ship came close. What if we continue repairing the NX-01, both crews go to work on like heavy duty damage control. The E squared is fine. Have everybody work on the E1 and maybe upgrade it a little bit. You could probably do a few things, like maybe you get squeeze a few percentage points more phaser power out of there. And then, like, how about this one? We both go to the Xindi weapon. We blow it out of the sky together because we almost pulled it off alone. And then we try to deal with the Xindi Council.
They are on a bit of a time crunch, though.
Did they also say that? Well, the thing is, they're traveling through time. So, yeah, you're right. Now they can only go minute to minute. The time travel part's over. You're right. He's like, what did Trip say? Your knack for engineering came from me, but the ears are from your mom.
Yep.
And I don't know. Was this guy such a good physical match for her and him, for Connor Trenier and Jolene Blaylock, that we really think anything of it?
He looks nothing like either of them. I do not.
That's why I don't know why they cast him.
Yeah, he may have been just available.
And I hear something in the basement. I'm going to try to lock on. Mr. Sulu, called down to the... Sulu, don't look at me. Sulu, sir. No, never again. You got me really drunk. You know what? Forget it. Mr. Scott, hand the transporter controls over to Mr. LaForge. You've been drinking all day. I never let you... You know what? I never let Scotty beam anyone aboard after 11 in the morning. After lunch, I don't let him beam anyone up. Good policy, right, Germ?
Yeah, very good. Don't let him touch that after he gets to the clear stuff.
Hello, Sean Carter. I hope all's well, sir.
Yeah, hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Sean.
Good.
Hi,
You sound like you ran to the microphone like a wild man.
no. It was a not a good day for me, but I'm okay now.
I'm sorry to hear it. You sound like you have a little hay fever or something.
No, I hadn't spoken in a little bit, so I'm just clearing my throat.
Oh, you know what? You know what works for me? You turn off your microphone and cough, and then spit out a big, huge thing that tastes like tobacco.
Yeah, I spit out something that looks like Germ's avatar.
Didn't you quit smoking cigars?
Oh yeah, a while ago.
But you had a cigar habit for a pretty long time, right?
No, actually, no.
Not a huge one, but
I smoked cigarettes a lot for a long time. I quit that about 10 years ago.
Me too.
And I got into cigars for about a month.
Oh, good. Yeah, you know what?
No, I'm good.
Smoking the cigarettes really messed up the inside of my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. If someone had told me that, I would have at least I would have been like I wouldn't have quit smoking, but I've been like, there's a few things I could do to keep smoking that would have probably paid off now. But welcome aboard. And we've been talking about E squared. How about you? Just like, have you gathered your thoughts enough, and you want us to give you a minute?
Yeah, E2. Oh, ugh, yuck.
Yeah, you were just as shocked about this one as you seem to be about Detained.
Yes. I had much fonder memories of E2 or E squared than were warranted, because I went back and watched it a couple of times, and it's just too many plot holes. There's too many things that they should have and could have done differently,
including the Obi-Wan Kenobi plan, where it's like, strong enough for the Emperor, you aren't. Or Yoda's plan. You're not strong enough to get the Emperor, but you can get Vader. I can get the Vader. And, like, the counterpoint should have been, we're both here now. We'll both kill the Emperor, and then we'll both kill Vader, which was a much better plan.
Yeah.
So, like, just go. Did I not just point out a real plot hole in Yoda's logic? He's like, we're keepers of the peace, not soldiers. Yeah, you know what? I'm not a soldier either, and I figured that one out.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, where are we in the plot here? Because I see the screenshot up there.
We're not really describing the plot that deeply, but right now we've talked about how Lorian is the captain. He's promised to prevent the death of the 7 million people on Earth, and they can't get the second Xindi weapon either. But since they know when they're coming through the singularity, or actually the second Xindi weapon has never been launched for them, right? Oh no, wait, they went there and there are too many guns. Is that what he said?
Yeah, they weren't able to do it, and then he said he at the last minute he panicked because he was going to ram it with the ship, and he chickened out.
But that's the probe. It's not the main weapon. The main weapon, they haven't seen it yet, but they know it's almost complete. They know more than our heroes. That at least makes sense because they should, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you want me to keep going, or did we lose the Admiral? I guess I'm solo.
No, you're not solo. I didn't realize that I was muted. I like to double mute so that I don't, because sometimes I'll be like, that's right, and like I don't want to derail the person too much, so I try to keep myself double. We got the view count climbing, and there's a few guests I'm surprised aren't here yet, but hey, you know what? They may still show up. You know what? Please continue with your with your reactions.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, there's just so much wrong with it. They could have contacted the Enterprise way sooner than they did. Like they didn't want to contact Earth, but they could have. They could have interacted with Archer 2 weeks ago. They could have given him Trellium. They could have done. So there's so many million things they could have done. And why didn't they warn Earth? Why? The timeline? I'd rather have a planet there than not a planet there. Forget the timeline. Like it just
right.
None of it
Go
makes
back
sense.
and warn the Earth.
Yeah, just go back and warn the Earth.
Yeah, that's true. Although I think what it was is because it was before Zephyr and Cochrane. T'Pol didn't want them to, and I think they made it. Hey, Ruby Hoove is here. Ruby, thank you so
Ruby
much.
Hoove.
Ruby Hoove gifted one Admiral Teague membership. Who was lucky enough to get a membership from our friend Ruby Hoove? I'm trying to jump into the chat to look at it now. I'm multitasking and multi-windows. That's when you're your own producer. I can't wait till we get to hire a producer, Sean Carter.
Oh, that'd be great. Hey, it looks
Hey,
like
Phantom
Mr. E got
Outsider
the.
is here. And,
Phantom
I said hi
Outsider.
to Phantom Outsider. Did I say hi to Phantom? We have two Phantoms. I think I said hello to you. Phantom Outsider, I apologize. You deserve more than one hello. Mr. E, congratulations, sir. Mr. E's been bringing the fire and the sauce. He was fiery at the watch party. He had a lot to say. We had a fun time at the watch party. We were just brainstorming. I got the chance to realize that I had missed some stuff, and I watched like the middle 7 minutes of the episode again, which really helped. But you know what? Over on the other side, there is no one. There's something you guys need to know. There's something I need to tell you. We have something really kind of cool for you. This is a special thing. It's called Saving Star Trek. Check it out. There's the hyperlink. There is a second channel. Okay? It's called Saving Star Trek at Teague Saves Sci-Fi, which I think is a great tag. What do you think?
That sounds
do with
great.
the branding on that one?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, Teague Saves Sci-Fi. Guys, do me a favor, sub to that channel. What I'm going to start doing in the future is I think during different shows, I might stream on both channels because I'm looking to get that one up to speed because there's a few people who chop would like to see this channel gone as we've been finding out. But moving along, and it's great to be here with all of you and have my whole crew here except JT. JT's like, one, I was heartbroken, and thank you, Ruby Hoove. I was heartbroken because he said something to me that really touched my soul, but it also was really deeply flattering and really put in perspective why we do this. This is my favorite thing to do all week. Do you know how good that made me feel? Didn't you just feel the Star Trek power with that one?
Oh yeah.
That was, JT Kirk has already earned the final Federation fleet's highest commendation, but I think we have to add Oakleaf and diamonds for gallantry. What do you think of that?
Yeah, and a merit badge.
I got to be honest. I get emotional about Star Trek. I get emotional about friends watching Star Trek together. And I love the communal viewing. That's why I went for the watch party forum at first. And then things got a little weird and we had to compete a little harder. And you know what? Everything that's gone on in this space has sort of forged me. But have we caught up to this point where Florida man tells his son, your mechanical skill comes from me, but those ears, they're your mom's? And also, at this point, he's also told Archer that I made a promise to you to stop the Xindi probe. Because the first Xindi weapon's a Xindi probe. And hey, guys, welcome. We got a few people coming through the door. Make yourselves known. Hit the like and follow. Did you see the like count in Thursday's show? We're never going to hit that one. It was almost as many as the producers on Star Trek Discovery. I asked YouTube to remove them.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am going to have to bow out here. It was great being here, but
thank you, Germ. You worked hard all day.
Yeah, Germ.
Thank you for hosting the watch
good,
party,
man.
Yeah.
Bye, buddy. Oh wait, pitch first. Pitch your show first.
We'll have
Monday.
Kaiju Watch Party on Monday, Godzilla vs. Megalon, and a Wednesday roundtable. Both of those at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then we'll be back again next week with a Saving Star Trek pre-show watch party.
Next week, I think, is a one-episode thing. It's I think next week is Countdown, and that ends the Xindi arc, more or less. I think it ends in Countdown.
We have 2 more episodes left in the season.
All right. Yeah, we have 2 more episodes. I don't know if they're both Xindi related. Okay, Germ. Actually, we have 3 episodes left. Episode 0. Okay, season 0, episode 0, and season 0, episode 01 are coming after the end of the season, or came in the middle of the season. It came in the middle of the season. You want to hear something crazy? I think they came in the middle of this season because the air dates are in this season. They show them again in 4.
Oh, they messed that up. They never aired until after they aired.
That's what it is. It was made for this season.
Yeah, it was made early, but it didn't air until after Terra Prime and before These Are the Voyages.
You're right. You know what it is? The episode, it's organized differently on YouTube. We'll watch them in the order they were intended for that much. But episode 0 part 1 and episode 0 part 2 are the Mirror Darkly. So that's coming up in 2 episodes. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be great fun. All right, Germ. So we'll see you, and I'll be at the Kaiju Watch Party. Let me beam you down to the southwestern part of the northern continent below. Be safe, my friend. It was great hanging out with you.
Bye,
See you, Germ. Bye.
Germ's channel is recommended at the bottom of my page on the recommends tab, and I appreciate that. And did we get a super chat that I missed?
You got
Hey,
2.
Ruby Hoove, $5. The Dead Man, let's go in order. The Dead Man, thank you for $4.99 American dollars. I'm sorry that I was caught up there. I really when a panelist leaves, I have to let them, Germ especially worked all day, and I know he had a pressing engagement, so he made a lot of time for it. Especially when we found out that JT couldn't be here. It's a major blow to all fans of this show that we don't have his voice tonight. But we're gonna dig down extra deep and try to be the best little Star Trek men we can, right, Sean? I'm a good Star Trek man. I'm a smart Star Trek man. Wait. Oh wait, I'm bigger. So that this is what I call the compromise. It's when I just have a co-host. Since Sean and I are like he's the co-host and I'm the main host. My box is bigger, but I let him be up just a little higher. It's my ego kicking in there. On Musk's site, I'm the not alive man. On Musk's site, so that would be X. I'm the not alive man 5446. You understand the word YT won't let me say. Did I take it out or did YT take it out?
No, I think it's. I'm trying to decrypt this.
He doesn't want to say the dead man, I think.
Well, 5446 must mean something. My brain isn't braining right now, though. I can't.
I see how.
Oh, hey, look who's here! Mark
there.
D with a C is here.
Mark D with a C. Good to see you, sir. You know what? It was a pleasure watching play Fortnite last night, and it's really nice to have you here. Thanks for supporting the show.
Oh, he's out
Tweet
camping.
out that we're live. That's all right. He can't tweet out that we're live. You know what? Don't let those. We'll tune it down and keep it scout friendly. You know, some of those older scouts already know how to curse. Thank you for being here, my friend. We really appreciate Mark D with a C coming by. And thank you to the Dead Man for your generous $4.99. I think I might be the one. I had to go Orwellian on this site because of how much bad shit was happening. I'm going to revisit the channel encyclopedia and get rid of a few words now that we go subscriber mode because I trust you people. But first, we're going to wait a few weeks and let someone try to come in and do it over and over and until they give up. And then I'll do it. But right now, as you guys know, we are under a little bit of pressure. In fact, I'm a little surprised at some of the things that haven't happened yet. But X, you're the Dead Man 5446. Let's see if I can find it. $54.46. Yeah, it's not going to happen if I do it that way. You know, IQs can plummet. Do you ever get streamer brain, Sean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that comment yesterday speculating that when I was on the Wes Gagel was so cool. He tweeted out, "I see you and I'm following your locked account." All right, follow me back. Here's the deal. Somebody, Scotty R237D2, tweeted out. Wes Gagel retweeted that we're live, and Scotty R37 quote tweeted him and said, "How much cocaine can he do?" And I'm going to say right now, fine. That's funny. Yeah. That's funny. To which I say, you know what, Scotty? Cocaine, if you could get into that DeLorean of yours, that hot pink DeLorean of yours, go back to the 90s and get some of the cocaine I remember, I'll show you how much I can do even now. I'm still 20 years old, Jimmy boy. Which is a character that analogizes very well to Scotty R37, if you ask me. But you know what? Have a Dunhill. They're England's finest cigarettes, Scotty. And the answer is more than you'll ever be able to afford. But you know what? Good troll. But then did you see who reacted to it?
No.
Oh, sir, do you remember someone promised that they would stop talking about me because they had confused me with evil after they told people to come and delete me? And so how they have an X account, I don't know. They started commenting on it. So they lied to Stone Loki, huh? Too bad. I knew it was going to happen, though. Oh, Ruby Hoove is off. But we got we highlighted your super chat and we got the membership. I want to thank you.
Thank you, Ruby.
I hope that when you rejoin, and I hope that when you join us later, you hope that we've been sufficiently entertaining, no matter how this show goes. Because you know what, we love you guys. All right, thank you, Ruby Hoove, so much. And you know what, $5. You know what? In today's economy, every little bit helps, and I deeply appreciate every member and every super chat and every super sticker. So, you know, you guys are the best, and I got to tell you, Sean heard me. I was on pins and needles about this one, and I decided to do it anyway. Because we do have a long. It'll be a long road. So maybe we should advance the plot a little bit here. But thank you so much, Ruby Hoove. We're going to try to entertain you. And Mr. Angel is back. Awesome.
Hey, Mr. Angel.
I'll have a primitive active pad so I can't tag. You know what? Unfortunately, we left Mark D with the sea 114 years in the past when we were driving through the New York State Thruway. We were hit with state trooper radar, which caused an anomaly to the intake manifold of the car. And Mark D with the sea was thrown back 114 years. He is camping. The time-traveling DeLorean won't be invented for another 70 years. He's stuck there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, we're back to talking about the episode, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, again, so many plots. Hey, here's the other question I had. If they were 127 years in the past or something, right? Why didn't they go and just take out the Xindi's technological capabilities?
Yeah, they know a lot of stuff that no one else knows.
They know
they
about
have
Azadi
foreknowledge.
Prime. Yeah, they know about Azadi Prime. They know who's making it. They know all those.
They know the
things.
sphere builders.
Yeah, and that long ago they could have disabled the spheres. They could have done so much, but no. Let's wait till the last minute. So we get a ticking clock and then some confrontation, and of course we know the captain is gonna change his mind at the last minute and remember where he came from and blah 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 and. His crew, who are Archer's own descendants, they're like, okay, yeah, let's fire on him.
The largest single super ancestor is Phlox.
Yeah. He spawned a few Phloxians, little babies.
What did you think of this, at least, attempt for a father-son working on the car scene?
Yeah.
They tried.
Yeah, and just... And of course, they're working on that prop that's in every science fiction movie ever.
Yes. Yeah, it's in more than one Star Trek episode.
I think that thing showed up in Airplane 2.
You might be right. Well, William Shatner's in it, right?
Yeah. William Shatner walks by. Look at the dead man. I'm sorry.
Sir.
This is,
oh,
so bad. I liked it I had these fond memories. Yeah. I had these fond memories of this episode. I went back and watched. I'm like, my God, is it just? It's just sloppy.
You know what it is? It's designed for like younger, less cynical people who aren't like professional, well, semi-professional critic. Well, I guess I'm a hobbyist critic now. Am I allowed to call myself a professional critic? I do sometimes get paid for it.
You earn money. Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. So Sean Carter said it. I had to check. I didn't want to say it first. Yeah. All right. So now I'm like a semi-professional critic, and you know what? I think that before, like, we learned a lot of media. I think that this was probably an episode that just it went by. It is engaging. And I think the way, like, the older you get, the more bad performances, like, you clock them right away. Like, yeah. I've saw a few Kim Basinger movies before she knew how to act, where I was like, oh, she's fine. And then you see the movie again, and you're like, oh, my God. Like, they just couldn't get Michelle Pfeiffer. Mr. Angel calls it Twix, an obvious combination of Twitter X, which is okay. Yeah, Nick Weiser, I've heard Twix before. But you know what? The wheel was invented by several different cultures at once.
Yeah, it's a good candy bar.
I love the original Twix the best. I like them slightly chilled. This scene, it was pretty cool. The only thing, it wasn't great, but the only thing I thought that this scene told me when Archer talks to his daughter about like parenthood and stuff was, when we look at Archer, he still hasn't had Dr. Phlox close the laceration on his cheek. What is it about Archer? Like, do you think that he will not be treated till every single person's out of sick bay?
Yeah, because he did make that comment when he was in there. He goes, "Don't treat me." There was a scene where he didn't want to be treated, when he got back to Enterprise after it almost got destroyed. I remember I remember him telling Phlox, like, no,
He didn't even just not want to be treated. He shut Phlox down. Phlox comes at him, and he stands up, and he's like, I won't be treated. You know, I don't need to be treated. Dude,
Well,
go
yeah,
help
and
people who are
Hoshi
more hurt
also
than me.
said, and Hoshi said she digs guys with scars. So
Do you think Hoshi will be Mrs. Archer when we get if we ever get Trek United?
I'd like to see it.
It makes sense to me, right? It comports with what we know about the show.
Yeah, I need something to think about.
Jolene's not going to be there, and that child would be with Trip.
Yeah.
Also, I think we need to use the worst part of this show to fix that, the temporal Cold War.
Exactly.
Way,
yeah. Why didn't Daniels go to them? That's another question.
By the way, did you see the before we go forward a little bit, just really quick? Did you see when Germ and I dissected the Mary Trump interview? With, Michael Sussman?
I didn't.
Listen to this. So, it was the shortest episode of her show, Trek Politics. The expert seems to have written all the Trek questions for her, or I guess we call him Mr. Sussman himself wrote some of these questions. And guess what? Guess what we found out? Guess what we found out? It was pretty saucy too. Man. Anyway, let me get back on Mike. And yeah, you know what we found out about his politics?
Wasn't he kind of like mid-range?
They would refuse to be. They didn't ask him one question.
He didn't want to take the bait.
What happened was he probably, because he's bigger than them. He was just like,
he probably told him, "Don't you dare bring that."
I don't tank this fucking project now. He's like, listen, Alex Kurtzman not liking this is like is the straw that keeps stirring this drink. If we bring up politics as part of this show, it'll go the way of everything else, and no one will want to watch it. Right now, people want to watch it if we make it.
Now, here's the thing. What's that show called? The Trek Politics or something?
It's here's the thing. Her channel's called Mary Trump Media, I believe, or Mary Trump Programming. But we did give her credit in the episode that we covered it in. But you can find it. Just like go Trek Politics Mary Trump, you'll find it. And
okay, so her episode was about the politics of Star Trek. It wasn't that's what her show is centered on.
Her show is about the politics of Star Trek, but the episode with Mike Sussman. No, it's not the politics of Star Trek. It's more the I've seen 3 episodes. In one of them, she was what I would have to call normal for her, and then in another one, she was just like, and here's Mary Trump.
Oh, she's pretty.
Pretty vacant.
Ugly.
Yeah, and pretty vacant. So there she is. This is Mary Trump. Everyone uses that Phantom booster in line. I think that maybe I'm going to skip a deck and get that. What do you think?
The Phantom booster?
See that thing on top of her microphone that her wire's going into?
Oh, yeah.
That is just Phantom power. It's not a true DAC.
Oh, okay. So it's not a Phantom outsider.
No. Hell no.
We have the one and only.
We have the one and only.
Man, look at it. What a...
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing. In the episode with Sussman, she's actually okay. She's not unpleasant. And he didn't want to talk politics, so we don't. And he laid out a vision for Trek United that was pretty interesting. It changed Germ's mind. He now says, I would watch the show even if it didn't have action. I'm now interested.
Oh, the potential Enterprise show?
The way he talked about it changed Germ's mind in the Mary Trump interview.
So, after hearing that, do you think that this is a real possibility that we're going to get this? I think it would be the safest thing.
I think it still has life. I think it's still an outside chance, but I think every week it stays alive, and it's staying alive, and Paramount doesn't seem to want to do anything to stop it. It's staying alive, so it seems like 1, Paramount likes it, and 2, the buzz is making Paramount think like, We were right to you. Remember Operation Distract from Dummy? What? When we tried to blast over everything Kurtzman said? Yeah, you'll never believe what happened. What? It turns out people still love Star Trek like you wouldn't believe. What do you mean? That Trek United thing that they turned down, the West Wing Star Trek, it was intriguing. It's not just intriguing, sir. People love it. And he's like, what? And then like the one guy in the room who was tuned out just said,
it doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
And they were like, sir, this one time you're wrong. Could you come a little closer and repeat yourself?
Sir, that was so controversial.
And nothing.
Sir.
Oh, well, you know what? That's what he said. And, some people were like,
I don't care.
But you know what? And sometimes Mr. 47 changes his mind. Like, what if I ask him twice? 47. No, instead of number 1, right? Number 47. Number 47. What do you think about an Enterprise show?
Sir, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
People are divided about it, but the division is not like the division over new Star Trek. People are kind of not that averse to it. Anyway, since you didn't see it, I guess you can't comment on it. But watch, I guess, our show. He painted a pretty good picture, but it was Star Trek West Wing. All right. So we talked about this before, but I'll bring you up to speed. Larian, the captain of the E Squared, and Archer have a conversation about how he promised Archer on his deathbed that he wouldn't let the Earth be destroyed. So Archer is like, well, that version of me was maybe a little dumber than the version of me now, despite the wisdom layered on and having been through exactly what I've been through. So he might not feel like I do. And he's like, here's the deal. Go talk to this crazy old prune-faced lady on our ship. The only time she's not hot as hell. Am I right? Even in the spacesuit, she was hot as hell.
Yeah. I will say this, though. I didn't care for Jolene Blaylock's performance in this. They
I
made
felt
her...
that she was directed poorly, and I thought she had no chance. I think she's a really good Star Trek actress, which is a qualification. But
yeah,
I agree.
Absolutely. But this was not a good role for her trying to play the old lady.
I felt that was more it. She's like 25 and gorgeous, and you're like, play ancient, and it's like she has knocked it out of the park in everything but this role. This is a rare. I wouldn't even call it terrible, but it's mid, and because she's always really good, it's shocking that she could be mid.
Yeah, and I mean the makeup's great. They really made her like she acted old, like her posture and everything's really good, and the makeup's good. The wardrobe's fine.
They give her a hunchback, I think.
Yeah, it just didn't. Oh my God,
Wow.
JT,
sir.
Oh, okay. He doesn't have to spend the night in the brig, I guess.
Wow, I can't get any internet tonight. I believe Teague and his show to the. I believe in Teague and his show to the ends of the earth. Hail to him and success to his channel. Thank you, my friend.
Wow.
There's no
JT.
listening to Teague unless it's in the original Klingon. I have come. I am Kirok. Roll Sydney Sweetie tweets. You know what? Because of that generous super chat, well, I think everyone, we had to look at Mary Trump. I think we need to make up for that with little JT. I'll put this back up, but a little Star Trek. Oops. You know what? I keep doing this. That might be the episode. Oh wait, no.
There appears to be considerable activity around 2 of the inner planets.
They're generating a detection grid. Degra mentioned a security net. The planetoid we
Yeah, it's cut up.
put us on the other side of it. Magnify
All right.
the ship.
There you go. While we celebrate JT's super chat, we're going to say thank you, RT, and said, hey Teague, something so you can call yourself a professional critic. Oh, thanks, buddy. I don't. You guys believing in me makes it so, right? Like perception is reality, and you guys perceive me as a critic. You wanted my opinion on Snow White. I don't know why, but you wanted it. You wanted my opinion on Captain America 4. You wanted me to see Fantastic Four. You wanted me to see Superman. You guys made it worth my. You guys paid for the movie, which is more than enough. It was sweet of you, and the pizza before. And I got to come back and give you guys the lowdown from my perspective. And I think I did. While I didn't really recommend either of them, I don't think either one was absolutely terrible. I thought Superman was the more watchable movie. I thought that Fantastic Four was the better story, but I thought that both of them were equally mid. I could watch them again, but I think I would watch the Superman movie first because it was least funny. Doomcock is right about the Lex Luthor being incorrect. Here's the thing, though. Would you agree with this? It was a really good performance.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
it was exactly what the director wanted.
I also liked his performance in the Peacemaker episode he showed up in last week.
My favorite performance from him is Fury Road.
Oh, I didn't know he was in that. I never saw it.
He's Nicholas Holt's. I think in Fury is. I'm pretty sure it's Nicholas Holt in Fury Road. Oh, Fury Road is awesome. He's he's like in the cult of Immortan Joe, and so like right before he's gonna ram his car into like something to stop it. So right before he does it, he like grabs some spray paint, shakes it up, and like sprays it right up his nose. Do not try it home. JT, I can't tell you how much it means to me that you gave me this generous shout. You didn't have to. And you really made my day. And I just, you are a cornerstone of this show. And, Sean, you're here now. JT seems to be able to hear us, I hope. And if not, you'd mark your time code. We have been through a lot of crazy stuff in this show and in this community. But my friends Sean, Germ, and JT, and Crimlon, and Radioactive have given me some of the best advice, told me when to hold my fire, when to be bombastic, told me when to lean into it. I think Sean shocked me the most. The advice that shocked me the most was I gave like a really neutral reading on one of the Star Trek uploads, and you're like, "Where's the Teague?" And ever since then, I've tried to like do that. I think you were right about that one. I get the best advice from my friends, and they're the best part of my show. And this is my favorite thing to do too. Saturday night, talking Star Trek. You know what? We were the mega fans of a show that was on this time. And you know what? I already had the Star Trek show. And together we resolved that we would lead this fleet. And you know what? We've changed it because it couldn't stay the same. If we had done the same show, we would have gotten absolutely murdered. Also, that's not my style. That was someone else's style. And that was a great show. But to be honest with you, having everybody rate the episodes A, B, C, D, and getting your comments in chat is a little more of an original thing. And we can still get your feedback. You're still free to comment. We read a lot of comments. But Sean, we got 25 votes in our poll. Did you want to hear this one?
Yeah.
Face turn check. Are you familiar?
Check?
A face turn is from wrestling. You can, if you're a nice guy and you start beating on people, it's a heel turn. Now, if you're a heel and all of a sudden you pick up a gallant cause, it's a face turn. You're a face. So, so a face turn check. Is Degra redeemed, sir? What do you think?
I clicked yes on that one. I think he has. I think he's been redeemed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
I mean,
I would have to say-
if Trip can forgive him, or get then yeah.
Still only 12 subscribers on Saving Star Trek. Guys, try the veal. Saving Star Trek is also a good channel. I can guarantee it. I know the owner of Saving Star Trek. He's real good. The Saving Star Trek guy, he's real good. Have you heard of that
I've
guy?
heard the same thing. Yeah. I've heard. He knows a little bit about cocaine and.
Did you see? You know what? Leave it to Scotty R37 to be fixated on blow. I wonder, what did he mean by how much cocaine can he do? Scotty, was that a proposition? There's not enough in the world, Scotty. Sorry. You're going to have to die unfulfilled many years from now down the road. Hope God, long may you run. But you're going to have to die unfulfilled on that one. It's never going to happen But you know what? Like I said, you get in your hot pink DeLorean and go back to the 90s or 80s. You meet Sean's uncle and you get some of that really good cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
And,
It was all over the dugout, man. Yeah, Keith Hernandez still has some on his mustache.
Oh, can you imagine somewhere in like the storage locker or wherever a lot of Gary's old gear is, there's like a bag that he hasn't opened since like some game in '86 and he threw in a corner, and his teammates pranked him, and there's like 2 kilos of cocaine, a 9mm, and like $300,000, which is chump change to those guys.
Yeah.
That is how baseball players play pranks too.
Yeah, I just liked how Hernandez would always just be smoking cigarettes in the dugout. He would literally
He was smoking a
just light up.
cigarette after he thought they were going to lose that game.
It's just, I need a smoke. Did you ever see him in Seinfeld?
Yeah, he was great.
He was very effeminate.
My friend thinks that he bats for the other team.
Oh, he's not just left-handed?
He might be a switch hitter, and also the other thing that also because of the voice, and I'm like, isn't he from like New Orleans? Maybe he just has a weird accent. And like my friend just looked at me for a minute, and I'm like, it's a pretty weird voice, and he's like, maybe like I could believe that he might do Elaine Bennis just because he was bored or something like that. But he's a pretty good actor coming off as a straight guy. But then again, who would really want to hang out with her anyway? Maybe he was just looking to beard with her. I'm like, that was an episode of TV. You're taking it a little too far. But I did like him in that. I wish, what? And they bought him back for the
ball player,
and they bought him back for the final episode. But also, I'm on the wrong interface. Sorry, sirs. And thank you RRT. First of all, thank you JT Kirk. Thank you RRTNZ. And then also we have a member for 19 months and a moderator. Off screen, Teague is one of the most real great guys you'll ever meet, without an armada behind him. With or without, on or off screen, Teague is one of the most real great guys you'll ever meet, with or without an armada behind him. JT, man, thanks. That's really, really touching. I love you guys too. And the collaboration with you guys has been some of the best fun we've had with Star Trek. And I don't know what to say other than we might be getting to the point where we might have to fast forward to the end of E Squared if we want to give it an hour and a half to the other one. So here's what we're going to do. I will put it back on screen, and it is now the most important part of that. But JT, thank you for that compliment. And honestly, I'm going to say this again. It's the Star Trek fans that really lose out because your analysis is great. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you next week about this episode.
Oh, since JT is here, I do need his grade.
Yeah, JT, what's your grade for E Squared? F minus. F double minus.
Can I finish?
Wait, Sean, can you cue the can I finish? Cue the can I finish. Is the soundboard there? Go ahead, do it.
Yeah, I got to load it up here. So.
Oh, okay.
Hold on always a second, forget guys. To load it. I always forget to load the sound.
That is standard for this show.
I know. Okay, she's coming up there. Oh, wait. Now I got to change my mic input. Hold on a minute there. Dun, 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 dun.
This is a real compliment coming from someone as cool as JT. He's a really great friend. And the other thing I love about JT is that he has a relentless and very accurate sense of right and wrong. And the way he stood up for U.S. vets when he and Dave C. took down that scam, I had a very small part in that. I was able to validate it, and I was the first person to say, "God damn, I played that commercial. I let them con me too." Forget about the $100 they raked off of me. Ugh, fuck them. We don't even need to name them, but you know what? I will say, we didn't get the comic. But we saw why it didn't happen. That creator did try to do the right thing and make the comic, and it just fell into like, we found out what happened. He underestimated himself. I don't know if he's actually truly bad-hearted, but it didn't work out. It doesn't matter if he was a drunk driver. He didn't fix his brakes. He still hit what he hit. All right, so let's talk about this scene with T'Pol. I thought it rather sucked. But the dialogue was okay. And her performance was inhibited by bad makeup she couldn't control. Now, I know RRTNZ is snorting like a bull on this one because he was very happy with it. Oh, and hey, JT, $5. You know what's sad? Trying to counter stream Quantum Leap with this time slot. Sad. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? That's not a big deal, and I appreciate what's done. But you know what? That's fair enough. It's
fair.
You know what? It looks like it's more ironic than it is. You know what? I asked her not to do Star Trek. If you want to read into it, you know, who am I to tell you any different? But it's between Scotty's like burn. I don't know whether to take that as humorous or as a burn, so I'm choosing to take that as humorous. How much cocaine can he do? Maybe it was just to be preposterous. Because his feed is mostly just him trolling people. I can take that level of trolling from Scotty R37 these days. Although the reply from somebody shows that it's just no impulse control. Oh, no impulse control. But yeah, Quantum Leap's an interesting choice. Here's the thing I'll say on Jill's behalf on that one. She does have a history with Quantum Leap, so whatever.
Yeah.
So Doomcock, let me tell you, what do you think of our view of this episode?
Can I finish, please?
Yeah, I was, where was I? I was somewhere. I was making a, darn it.
Were we talking, were we burning on this episode?
Yeah. Well, we got, JT did give us a grade. He gives it a 69.
Use those intersectional pride emojis, folks.
Yeah, and he made a very inappropriate comment about DePaul and Archer. Yeah.
You sound like Obadiah Stane when he's inside of his suit. I'll squash you like a bug. Hey, somebody joined, up to 13 subscribers. Very unlucky on Teague Save Sci-Fi. One more would be appreciated, but hey, you know what? You'll be seeing that channel, you know, a little more around. It's fun. All right, so yeah, we promised that we'd fast forward and kind of make short work of this one. So let's just get to the point. Archer and Tamir and T'Pol, what did you think? Go ahead.
It was a predictable scene. We knew it was coming.
Did you make the voice changer on? You leave it on purpose, right?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, yeah,
but,
okay. I didn't know if you forgot you left it on.
Oh.
Never mind. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I had my pinhead voice.
Sorry about that, folks. Sorry.
It was still funny, but I was like, do I start addressing him as Doomcock? Is this a Tony kind of thing? And oh my God, RRTNZ, let me tell you something. You are polarizing the whole and helping out our community.
Wow.
So amazingly. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I'm a little overwhelmed, and I'm going to ask Sean Carter. Sir, did you talk about RRTNZ and when he was here and what a great guy is and all the Chuck Norris jokes?
Oh, yeah. I can. I mean, RRTNZ, like, no kid. I mean, I'm reading his chats in there. He's got a lot of nice things to say. Let me highlight one here that I liked. The final insult. The CW did a better job with both Superman and so far with Supergirl than James Gunn. Shocking indictment of how terrible Gunn's movie is. Yeah, the Superman movie, I think, is going to not age well.
It's not. Listen. It's a terrible Superman movie. It's more watchable than Fantastic Four, which might be a better story. Even though I don't like the girl bossery, but that's, you know, come on, we're stuck with it.
Yeah, they had such potential with it, you know, especially with the girl. Holy man, JT, I got to stop on that one. Look at that. JT just dropped 20 Admiral Teague memberships.
Holy shit. Thank you, buddy. Sir.
Wow.
Private chat for you, Sean. Let me just get into this new generosity. First of all, RRTNZ started it off by dropping 5 new Admiralty subs, and I got to get to a tab with my. I have to actually get to a tab with my own show on it so I can look at it because I was watching the show on Saving Star. I was watching Saving Star Trek on the other channel. I was watching Saving Star Trek on Saving Star Trek. So let's see. RRTNZ bought Gavin Blackburn, not Brian. I love not Brian. I still have to talk to him personally and find out if it's not B Ryan. Not Brian. Was he stuck with me and took my word for it in a really weird situation. And like there was like a thing in a group where I was just like, well, I just won't be part of this group if that's the kind of people you are. Fuck off. And I left the group and he was like, you know, those people seem okay. And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you how to feel about them. It's just how I feel about them. He's like, that's fair enough, man. I'm like, listen, I'm a nice guy. And I will say, I think they've been giving me a hard time too much. And he's like, fair enough. So I really appreciated that from Not Brian. And RRTNZ has brought him into the family. You know what else Not Brian is? A critical drinker mod. Welcome aboard, sir. Welcome to the community. I don't think it's Not Brian's first time. Thank you. If you're here, Not Brian, decloak.
I think with all these men, we're going to have to do a member stream.
I'll do it if you're free.
Yeah,
I'll do it with as many. You know what we could do is find a time when like I'll stay for like 5 hours. You could come for like an hour or two. JT could come for an hour or two, and then Germ could come for an hour or two. And like everybody have a chance to meet the different hosts depending upon when we get there. Hello, Zombie Box Reviews. Hello, William Shakespeare. Hello, Marcelo Lopez. Did I miss anyone? Hello, Raul Julia. And hello to, is that File 13 I saw? Hello to Read by Nature. Hello to all of you. And yes, File 13 is here. You got a gift membership too. Welcome to the family. Brian got a gift membership. Brian, your son's a great head mod, and he's like the most level-headed person who has decision-making power on this channel after Sean. He's like way ahead of me. Usually, what I do is I just I lay back and let my smarter friends tell me when I'm fucking up. I've done okay.
What are friends for?
You know what?
A true friend will tell you no, you know?
This is my definition always, right? If you're really my friend and if I'm really your friend, I'll be willing to risk our friendship to save you from yourself if you're really going to fuck up.
Yeah,
you're going to lose your marriage, bro. I don't want and like, you know what? There's a case to be made for that people are like, protect yourself. Don't put yourself out in the limb for that. If your friend unfriends you to stay with his like nasty wife and then she dumps him anyway, he's lost twice and he doesn't deserve you back as a friend. You really have to rethink if you want to help him through. But you know what? Before we give a chance for people to grade this episode, Sean, I don't know what you voted, but face turn check. Is Degra redeemed? Yes, after all, it was just Florida.
Yeah, that's
no
what
way. They got Disney World. Yeah. Almost no one picked that one. People were like, that might be one of the reasons why he is redeemed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a good thing. And hail to Radioactive. Radioactive's here.
Oh my gosh, hello. I saw Radioactive earlier, I thought.
Oh, maybe he ducked out.
Radioactive. Yeah, he's ducking in and out. He's probably playing Helldivers too.
Yeah.
Now, Admiralty does another typo and a typicism. You know what? I'm a typist. I suffer from typism. I go on to the keyboard and I type incorrectly and I apply racial slurs to common grammatical terms by mistake. I'm sorry. Grammatical slurs. Sorry. All right.
Hey, William Shakespeare's here.
I saw
and he got a membership. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while there, William. Good to see you.
William is a huge fan of the channel. I've had a few great talks with him. He loves the stuff, and you know what? William Shakespeare was one of the people who encouraged me to, stick with the more intellectual Trek discourse. And of course, we haven't seen him in a while, but it's great to see him around. Mr. Angel's been around the last few days. It's always a fucking bonus when Mr. Angel's here. Honestly, it's a bonus when all of you are here, but I love Mr. Angel because he's a friend of Snail's, and Snail is a great friend of mine. And wow, JT. Jets, Jets, oh, sir, nobody cares. Listen, I was very upset at the end of the last at the end of the first and second and third Jet game when they switched to a simulation off of an old Dreamcast where they sabotaged the outcome of the game, and they've been doing that to Detroit a lot too, sir. So I don't think I appreciate it. But you know what? We got a lot of new members. So you know what? Let's just we'll shout everyone out as a new member, but we'll do it the smartest and fastest possible way. By getting to the end of this mess, is there anything really to say about this freaking scene? Honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
don't. You're a good archer. You're a really good archer. Go out there and archer it up.
He went in there and he says, "Why does it smell like plum lotion?" Why, every old lady is like, "Why does it smell like purple?"
Yes, right.
It's
to
everything
cover up.
smells like purple.
She'd be like, Jonathan, it's to cover up for my cats. Could you? She had like 60 cats or something. Would have been appropriate.
Or a bunch of say-lots. Yeah. So,
what do you think of my hypothesis of the Pac-Led freighters armaments? It can only be true at this point, right?
You're gonna have to tell me in the private chat what that means. I think I know.
It's about the private chat. Yeah, no, it's the same question.
Oh.
What do you?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
It would have happened by now. So someone is yelling at their spouse. Once I realized that it didn't matter what I did, the person, my silence is equally irritating to them. By the way, Mr. Reed finds out that his family doesn't make it. He doesn't make it very long in the new world, and he's shocked by it. And you know what? T'Pol reads the room well. He's like, the Reed family came to a rather abrupt end, and she goes, "That is honorable," because he I think it was a noble sacrifice, and he's like, I didn't get to reproduce. You know, there's no future for me. And she goes, but there was honor in what you did, which I thought was very perceptive of her. And also it tracks with her as the Vulcan warrior far more than the Vulcan philosopher. Very little philosophy in T'Pol compared to her warrior soul.
Yeah.
She drops the Vulcan pragmatisms, but I don't really feel like she philosophizes. So, yeah, then we go back and talk to the T'Pol we want to look at. And we'll just give this a moment so you can enjoy her full beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Look at, oh man, she is, I'm sorry, we'll take that down. But you know what, let's count and see who got the super chats, who got the memberships. And you know what, I feel like the Shellyak tonight, we carry the membership. Okay, let me just scroll down. RRTNZ with his 5 gift memberships. Gavin, Not Brian, William Shake Spielberg, Zombie Box Reviews, Marcelo Lopez, and Raul Julia, welcome. And Buddy got 1 too. And then JT20, whoa. Call your friends. Brian Hepburn received a gift. File 13 received a gift. Thank you so much, sir. Wow. Tell your friends. Memberships to be had. Memberships galore for Saving Star Trek. Hopefully people will be by tomorrow and just pick them up. I can't thank JT enough. Spreading the community and enlarging our reach is really, really important. This channel has, and 27 likes. Wow, you guys really are the best. Listen, this channel has been under an attack, and you know what? It doesn't matter who it was. They're never going to have the honor to admit it, and they're never going to have the sense to stop it, no matter who they are. And I make no allegations as to who it is, but I know exactly who it is. But you know what? It's a waste and drain on my time. They can do whatever they want. They're never going to stop us from getting together and doing Star Trek. And if they can't handle that, and if my channel success bothers them, I would just say, you could stop alienating people, make some friends, get some good collaborations, and you know what? $20 a month to learn how to edit. You know what? You got the free time. You would really do your channel a lot of good. I'm being honest. Try it. Memberships galore on Saving Star Trek. There are more memberships than there are people in the chat right now. So some of them are going to hang around and some of them are going to go back. What are you going to do? Let's see if there any more went out. But you know what? Thank you so much, JT Kirk, for your generous help to the channel. And you know what? Yeah, trolling me because I'm a Jets fan. They're gonna lose this weekend, or is this their bye with a season this long? Right? I don't know. Anyway. Oh wow, some great picks from RRTNZ. I'll talk about them later if I got a minute. I don't know if there's anything left to say, but we're about to get into a confrontation. We're gonna have to go deal with these weird. They're just weird marauders. They don't get any more description. I guess what I'd say is, do they really need it, right?
The confrontation?
The weirdos are going to mess with them in the wormhole. And look at the Paul here. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what? Just call it Catherine. Just call up Dr. Pulaski.
Yeah.
Acha.
Bad ears too.
Oh,
that was
here we
bad
go.
makeup on the ears.
I think that a lot of the makeup now looks worse because of the HD. They didn't realize that there would be such high HD. And also they're like,
True.
look, this is what we got now. If this show flops now, it doesn't matter, right? Like, why are we thinking about the future? We're in trouble now. Admiral Teague, actually the fact that Zindi destroyed Disney World redeems Degra. And the Zindi's somewhat in my eyes, says Cal L64, our friend Stephen M. I can understand why you feel that way. I mean, make sure you set your account to accept gift memberships. Yeah, JT's right. Go and check your X account and set it to receive gift memberships, and you'll definitely get one. They are out there. JT, thank you so much, sir. You are simply the best. And what does JT say? Let me go down there and highlight it. Oh, I'm a little behind. Admiral, we could all have paid $100. Could we all have paid $100 for a more spicy T'Pol? Yes. You know, it would have been wild if be like, what was weird was T'Pol was isolated from the time travel, and now she only likes to wear a bikini. She has a magic bikini that keeps her young. That would have been great. Sean, I just saw the private chat. Here's the problem with this channel. Like, we are very controversial, sirs and madams. Should we do an all Rumble show? Should our YouTube live celebration only be on Rumble so we could be insane?
We're not insane now?
We can't get in trouble for it. We could go insaner.
Well, sure.
You know, I would just like to point out that the Jets' long drought is because of this man, and we're only here because of him. We're heading up to a confrontation. We're going to try to go into the wormhole with the Marauders. We play around a little more with some of these tropes. Trip's got some anger. He doesn't want the parts of his ship stolen. Lorian and Tom Paris' descendant here, they're like, we're going to beam out like parts of their ship and like we're going to steal. I learned a trick from a great man, Jonathan Archer. I'm going to steal parts off another fucking ship. Here's Pride Weather. He's looking at Grinder. He's like, swipe right on me, please. Please, sir.
Hey, look who's here.
Who's here? Crimlon. Crimlon's been here.
Oh, okay. I just saw Hale.
Crimlon. Hell, Crimlon is. I thought Crimlon had been here I thought I saw Crimlon earlier. Crimlon was really cool. Last night when I was freaking out, he agreed to talk to me for like 20 minutes. And as soon as I got in there, it was like, it wasn't that late in his time zone. It was like, what's going on? And I was like, he knows me really well. And he's like, I just took a Benadryl. And I was like, guys, remember to say that when you start a conversation with me. Just pretend you've already taken antihistamines. No, you could hear it. He was trying to clear his nose and everything. I hope you're feeling better, Crimlon. We love you. Crimlon! You know, maybe we should add that emoji. Should we have emojis for every channel member? Maybe that's what we should do.
Can you have that many?
Well, the thing is, Team T'Pol and Team Hoshi are only relevant just so much longer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we can add some, yeah.
We can change them up. You can change. You have to have a certain amount of emojis, but you can change the emoji. Or leave it blank and wait for a new one. It's just, you don't want to leave it blank because if you leave it blank and then your sub count drops, you lose that emoji.
Oh.
Kirlon swipes right on Pride Weather. Change my mind. I think that T'Pol and Trip's son swipes right.
You think?
I don't know, man. Lorian's a weird dude. Like, first of all, he seems like he doesn't dig sex at all. It's just like he's all about command and his mission. He's married to being captain of the E squared. However, not the most unworthy thing, and might give him. Maybe he really. He's think about how much longer he's been captain than Archer ever was.
Yeah. So
I felt
look
bad
at
when they
that.
threw him in the brig. He's like, damn, I redesigned this brig so I could break out of it in case they don't fuck with me, but this hasn't got the redesign in it yet. Kind of reminds me of Star Trek V a little bit.
yeah,
Spock, why? All you had to do was pull the trigger.
I'd knock you on your ass if you think that would help.
Yeah, and Archer, like, he can't believe that this is someone he probably helped mentor, right? When Trip dies, I would imagine, they don't say this, but when maybe they did. This episode didn't interest me, but when Trip dies, wouldn't you imagine Archer steps up? It's like, the guy I consider my little brother's son died. I mean, you know, this the father of the my friend, who I consider a little brother, left behind a child. I've got to step up, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's jump ahead.
Hail to John the Beagle Dad out there.
John Beagle Dad's out there. Here it is, our space adventure. Let's get rid of that music.
Yeah, and these marauders that happen to just live in the subspace vortex for some reason.
They live at the edge of the subspace vortex. I think that's what they say.
Oh, but they fly in there to
edge.
attack ships, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice and cloudy there anyway.
It's still much clearer than New Trek. By the way, one thing I mentioned before, tomorrow's Enterprise, as I call the E squared, it still has the scar on the saucer section. The main one above the name. They've built over part of it, and it has like a space rust problem. Germ thought it had space barnacles.
Oh yeah, like that one episode we looked at that it was collecting little rust fragments.
Space rocks.
Yeah, the one with Sim.
Yes. Yeah, that was he gets to have sex with the Paul. That at least is good, right? But look at Pride Weather. He
Determined.
looks like his acting is improved. He's still only about as good as a talented amateur, but he's getting there.
You know what? I looked at the because he's on Cameo. You can get him for $99, and he seems like a pleasant guy. Like the messages
okay,
he's like so. If you're listening out there, Anthony, we're just poking fun.
Yeah, and also we think that your acting is really at this point like it's too bad that you didn't get a chance to do more episodes, because I think if Horizon had come after this episode, it's a different story. And also Fortunate Son, like they tried to showcase him too early in his career. They needed to mentor him a little more. You know what it would have been like? An original Star Trek having a Mr. Riley episode. It's like, yeah. Like Riley's one of us, but come on.
I still maintain that they wrote him as too much of a Boy Scout.
I honestly think that was done during the filming of Detained, because they were so freaked out by his bad performances. They're like, we have to track him to do like something he can do. They're like, maybe he just admires the captain. They're like, go with it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, they made him such a Boy Scout. There was nowhere to take that character. He had no real flaws or anything, or no personality quirks. I mean, there's nothing they could have done with him.
Oh, in that episode, he could have refused to eat the food or show him that he was a bit of a baby.
But up until that point, when they started the show, he was
kind of blank.
Yeah, it was too pure. I think they were afraid. They were afraid to give him any kind of flawed aspects of it, like because woke was coming in around this time.
No, not yet. This is 2004.
Yeah, a little.
J.J. Abrams J.J. Abrams is out there doing Lost and hating this show. Just hating this show. I love you know what? Bakula looks pretty dangerous here. Our captain looks pretty determined.
Yeah.
And did they remove his chair so that he could pace around the bridge? I have a feeling the crew came in and pulled that chair out of there. Not the ship crew, the filming crew. Pulled that chair out of there for some scenes where they're just like, don't worry, people won't notice. And he just, to give him more room to move around. Has the Harrison Ford comparison grown on you since I made it as far as his acting style?
Yeah, it's very similar.
It really is.
Because he never kind of got that leading man thing, but he's kind of a leading man type of thing.
Let's see if we can show you the cool moments for the two Enterprises. Hoshi looks hot there. We have to show that again.
Oh yeah, little dirt smudged on her face. The hair kind of
I like
strand of
when
hair
she's got
hanging
crazy
there.
hair. I like when she has crazy hair. Mr. Reed, a little concerned. All right, this is the cool part right here. Take it back just a little more. So they're getting hit. They're being buffeted by these marauders who live on the edge of the of the singularity that'll take them like through time space much faster than if they try to go through it alone. And now, after this explosion, we're going to switch to the exterior of this ship and show you again. This season has nothing but great space battles. Did I miss the part where they have a certain kind of a formation here where they fly together in a way that's really super cool. And I hope I can get the pumping of the pause button right. I think we're transforming enough. Archer finally sat down in this chair. You think it's because the ship's too unstable? The hull plating might give way. He wants to hold on to the armrest so he can keep giving orders in case gravity gives out.
Yeah, or his feet were hurting.
Now, we set this up. This was one of the few things in the episode I'll say. One of the things that was set up in this episode and previous episodes was they're yelling at Archer, what's your other ship? Tell us about your other ship. Because the Xindi probe that destroyed Florida, or attacked Florida, and killed the last few humpback whales, Lorien tried to stop it, and he got outgunned. So when they're beating up Archer, they're like, where's your other ship? Where's your other ship? And he's like, huh? And then when Lorien shows up, he's like, I'm sure they were surprised, but and he's like, we've imitated a sensor ghost to them a few times. And so this moment right here, this was really cool.
Yeah.
And this is why when the two NXs are next to each other, one of them should have turned upside down to dock because their nacelles were like 4 inches apart. It was too dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
But the NX-01 has red phasers, and the E-squared has, as you can see, blue.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Well, one of them was on stun.
Yeah, I think that what do you call it? The NX, what do you call it? The Enterprise, tomorrow's Enterprise just has tech that is picked up all over the Expanse, right?
Oh,
and we
true.
just
Yeah,
keep fighting here. Yeah, they've been out there for 117 years perfecting their own tech, and they know like they have to avoid the Xindi to a certain point. Look how much clearer this is than modern Star Trek. And one of the things that I'm not too concerned about is Columbia doesn't seem to give a shit about what Kurtzman thinks, and he doesn't own this anyway. And the people from regular Star Trek who own this I've gone over a couple of times, they've never punished me. The old Star Trek people seem to want people to watch it, so that might change now that they're coming back into vogue, but see, today's Enterprise firing the red phasers. And Mr. Reed, the switching back and forth from inside to outside the ship is kind of perfect. We stay inside the ship for a little longer because we just gave us a whole bunch of extremely expensive space battle exposition. And I'm just going to say, if I am captain of a starship as famous as the Enterprise, I get myself a better fucking jacket. I don't wear a sweater with a fucking sweater vest over it. I mean, it's overkill for one thing, but I mean, come on.
He's already wearing old man clothes.
Well, he's a young Vulcan, but he's an old man, yeah. They're tractor beaming themselves, literally.
That was a cool shot.
That was such a cool shot, and I love the singularity. Looks great. Guys, you need a better look at this. You've got to see how great this looks. This is better than any and all effects in modern Star Trek that we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
We've never.
I like
seen
it because there's a sense of speed going on here too.
Well, yeah, they're gonna throw them in there with their inertia. I think they get. I forget if they give them back their part.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, okay, but it's not online yet.
No, I think it was installed, but the Marauder guys took it out, or they damaged something else.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was installed, but not online or
on Tuesday.
And the tacos will be here on Tuesday as well. At any rate, Lorian and Archer, work together. And he's now redeemed himself a little bit, but hey, he's half T'Pol, right? And half Trip Tucker. Does that mean he has like what they call Artard strength instead of Vulcan strength?
Only half of it.
Florida man. It's like you have a combination of Vulcan super strength and Florida man Artard strength.
Oh my God.
What?
Admiral?
Sir.
Look at
Whoa!
the chat.
You want overkill? Here's some overkill. Let's get some Hoshi on this. Sir, you know what? When someone wants Hoshi for that kind of money, you know what? We're going to give you Hoshi. Here we go.
Incoming transmission.
Welcome to Saving Star Trek, a show talking about one of my favorite shows, Enterprise. I am Linda Park. I play Hoshi Sato and also Empress Sato. So enjoy this show. I love that it's finding a whole new life on the streaming services. And you better hit that like button or Empress Sato will not be happy. I mean, she could make a storm happen and she could really make your life hard. Anyways, enjoy the show, hit that like button, and thank you for being a fan of Enterprise.
You popped out there for a second.
Yeah, sometimes when the videos play, it freezes on my screen and I can't see it, so I have to reload it.
You figured out a good fix. Thank you, JT Kirk. We have executive producer as Doomcock, right? We need our own term. What do you think of? You are a. Everyone's considered a captain in this fleet, and
how about a Commodore?
Imagine what ship you have. You are a Commodore, and you are also Rear Admiral lower half. Just doesn't sound good. Commodore sounds better, but
well, it's better than bottom.
That is true. You are it's too bad Doomcock used executive producer because that's such a Star Trek thing because they have like 25 on new Star Trek. You are a saving Star Trek savior. How you like that one? There you go.
Yeah, we can say that the $5 super chats get an executive producer because they're more common.
Yeah. You know what? Like, if you're feeling guilty and you want to give money to get to feel better, like we'll tell you you're a good person no matter what. Just like Alex Kurtzman when he sells those executive producerships, because that's what that's all about. It's like, remember when you ran for Congress? I don't want to think about it. Yeah, that woman whose ass you grabbed, we can make her story go away. What do you mean? How'd you like to be 15th executive producer of Star Trek Enterprise? Of Star Trek Voyager.
How about Grand Nagus?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, you know what? Should we have a runoff?
Well, vote for the name.
Is it? What was my suggestion? I forgot. My brain is that fried.
I forget too. Yeah. I know we said I mentioned Commodore.
Right.
But although Grand Nagus, like a Grand Nagus wouldn't be giving money, it'd be taking.
Hey,
it.
Kronos.
Hey, Kronos.
He would be taking it. You know what? Let's advance this a little further. we're pretty much done, by the way, with tomorrow's Enterprise. Trip is going to come in here, and he's going to say every single time travel thing ever. So T'Pol and Archer have like a heartfelt talk, and like one of the things we have to like ask ourselves is why our pals here from tomorrow's Enterprise, and I think it's Trip that says it. He's like, I wonder what happened. He's like, did we even see them? Are they even real? I mean, you know what? For all we know, like, why did? And he goes, why didn't they just disappear when we corrected the timeline?
Yeah, and T'Pol does have a point. He goes, why would we remember them?
Yeah, and Trip has the why didn't they Back to the Future, and she's like, why do we remember them?
Yeah, and therefore they just dismantled their own plot with her very sane question.
Unless they thought that it would be a great idea to bring those people back and couldn't. Because remember, they still exist in our time, so I'm guessing that they thought that in season 5 it'd be great. Coffee, sir. You know what? Do I sound that? You know what? I was accused of being a cocaine addict the other day, and now I'm being told I need coffee. You know what? I'm going to go grab some cherry Coke so I can feel like George Lucas. Sean, keep everyone entertained for about literally the 45 seconds it takes for me to walk to the refrigerator in the east wing of my mansion and back.
Okay. Kronos, it's been a long road watching Genes from here. True. And, Stephen M. has a good suggestion. Would Q be an attainable rank or title? That's a good one, too. You could achieve Q.
That is a good one.
I like Q.
Okay.
And we could have a Q emoji.
Vote going. Let's do the vote right now. Start a poll.
We had Commodore Q, Grand Nagus, which JT said he liked that one.
Commodore Q, Grand Nagus. By the way, after all, it's just Florida wins at 48%. No way they got Disney World, lowest vote getter, 13%. Only because he was willing to die and like Stream C results here. All wonderful people rating the face turn of Degra. Most people feel that he didn't really need to redeem himself that hard because it was just Florida. A couple of defenders at Disney World, maybe they feel like it was fixed by then, taken over by better people, and only because he was willing to die. Sean, what's your feeling on the poll? And vote now for Hold Your Peace, but with 31 votes. Wow, thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, I voted that. I voted for redeemed. If it's
because
just
he was
Florida.
willing to die? Oh, just Florida.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that was going to maybe tank the poll, but when you have a chance to get a joke like that in there. By the way, Sean, did you hear there's no one at Disneyland? It's only 110 in fucking Florida.
Yeah.
There was a baseball game in Tampa Bay the other day, right before the end of the season. It's like 109 on the field here, and I'm like, yeah, no one wants to fucking be there. Hey, guess what? No one's at Disneyland.
Yeah. Oh, I thought of another title. The Daystrom Award.
The Daystrom M5 Award? The Richard Daystrom Award?
Yeah. Well, because I mean, he's revered. There's the Daystrom Institute, and I think there's an order. There's some award they give to people, the Daystrom thing. But I think Q is better.
The award is called "Men No Longer Need Die in Space." Kirk.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, is what happened. Oh, hey. Oh, hello to our 121 new friends. Somebody's wife finally relented and gave up the debit card because she got tired of getting yelled at. Although I would say I only give it a 40% chance that she's still around. What do you think, Sean?
I go with 20.
No one could say that dumb for that long. I think that she had enough self-respect to leave. Q, Grand Nagus. What was the other one? Commodore?
Commodore.
How about Federation Commissioner? That's funny. You like that one?
Dunsel.
Captain Dunsel is the one bot swarming us right now. By the way, did I tell you what I did before the stream?
I'm afraid to ask.
After I did a bunch of stuff like that. I had YouTube set up a trap on this stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who would guess they have a cybercrimes unit? So I asked them to IP match some of the bots that hit me, and he's the most innocent guy in the world. Have you heard of a guy called the Communist Belief Crowdsourcer? This poor man.
Yeah.
This poor man has trying to delete evil. He's trying, and he doesn't have enough money. It's a budget bot storm. Sir, that's only like $3 worth of bots. You're proving that, you know what? Let's do something that the Communist Belief Crowdsourcer can't do. He says he has one useless arm, and I've seen his drawings. He's not kidding. Hey, this one's for you, Communist Belief. That's something you can't do. Fuck. Thank your wife for your cheap revenge. When this blows back on you, let's see what happens. When you fired that last swarm of bots at me, you simpleton, they blew back on you. That stream was being surveilled. This stream is being surveilled. I contacted YouTube. Have fun sleeping that one off. You vanilla basura losoro. Oh my God. So anyway, back to Star Trek. And by the way, look how broke he is. He hasn't piled on any more of his fucking black hat tech bullshit. Was somebody on Telegram today talking to Chinese guys? Yeah, you know what? JT Kirk said it. JT Kirk, I want to thank you. I hope this doesn't upset I know that when we get super chats, it upsets our guests. It didn't. Could this super chat have been what drove you over the edge? I'm so sorry. You know what, Sean? I have a special banner for when this happens. Check out this new banner. Winter is coming. If you need help or want help, you can give money to or volunteer at Alberta Unhoused Assistance. Donate. In from the cold. Please donate. Winter's coming. It's going to be very cold in Canada. It's at 706 7th Avenue Southwest, number 110. Now, if you need a place to sleep, you could go there. Or Alpha House, 706 7th Avenue Southwest, Calgary, Alberta. Because sometimes socialism just isn't enough. When you can't get by on your lifetime unemployment insurance, and when you can't get by on the socialism of your country, and when your wife's finally had enough, and your $1,600 a month goes down to $786, and you only have to live on $1,800 a month with your $1,100 top-off housing allowance, you have to say, sir, crowdfunding 9 times in the last 3 years, you've proved to us how that didn't happen. The semantic trails, you know, I examined Communist Belief Crusaders X. You know what? I went back as far as I could. You know what I never saw? One sign of joy or any mention of his wife. That's why I think that he never had a wife. Like, he's his own wife. Like, he's like, honey? Yes. Like, sometimes he wakes up and looks like Mowgli the bear from Jungle Book and has like a fucking coconut bra on. Because he's a super loser. You know what I mean? Do you have any messages for the Communist Belief Crowdsourcer, Sean? Anything you'd like to tell him? Because he hasn't given us enough likes yet. We have 27 likes. 32 likes, guys. You are the best. Communist Relief Crowdsourcer doesn't have enough money to rig the like count. Don't you want to show what a tough guy you are? The stream's being surveilled. Go ahead, do your flax. They read your IP number off your last bot swarm. You know what? We're going to find out. You are going to see you next Tuesday. And somebody's broke. You don't have any money to swarm me anymore. You know what? It reminds me of a line from Star Trek, JT. How careless of your wife to let you go out like that.
We did get another super chat here.
Did we?
Yeah.
Radioactive. My friend, Radioactive. I just like to leave the $100 one up because I know the bot swarmer hates it. I wager 10,000 Quatloos on the bot swarmer. You know what? I would say if you know who I'm talking about with the comic relief crowdsourcer, ask Grok. Is he angry How long has he been angry for? When was the last time he acted happy? How many times has his wife talked to him and tagged him? When was the last time he was tagged by go through anybody you want? Social isolation must be very difficult, huh, sir? You tried to cancel me, and what you did was you ranted and raved, and the fifth charming person that you came around and tried to destroy, people were like, maybe the asshole is you. By the way, I want to compliment you on this. You know what? It takes a lot to make me sick. But you know what made me sick the other day? I was looking at an X feed, and you know what someone posted? Listen to this. And I disavow this comment. It makes me sick to say it. But Sean, brace yourself. God is hatred was the quote. Read the Bible, you moron. That was the tweet. Can you believe that someone would say something like that? Very controversial, sir. Think about that, how backwards that is. Ozzy Osbourne, in his entire career, never came up with the concept of God is hate. Because I could hear Ozzy singing, God is hate. I mean, that's like, damn, you missed your calling. You would have been an awesome satanic songwriter if only you'd applied yourself. But then again, you've never applied yourself to anything, including that wife of yours. How are our kids doing? What? Yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy. And R.I.P. to Botstorms. I got a funny feeling that copper filament that you found in the street and recycled, and I say found very generously, cutting the hole in the fence with the wire clippers that you borrowed from your neighbor, that his name is etched on, that you left there so that he'd go to jail. Because you didn't really borrow them. You just kind of went into his garage without permission. And your thing is that you're going to scapegoat people the way you scapegoat me for your lack of talent and your lack of success and your lack of ability to be anything but an outright loser. What do you think of the Botswarm? You got anything to say to him? I mean, we don't really have time to do the other episode, which means JT gets to do it. We'll go to our usual show length. And, usually I don't like to break with this, but the Botswarmer, you've been so dedicated and you don't want to lay any more on. What's the matter? You're afraid that we got an IP trace off of you when you attacked me last week? Is that what scares you? Is that what scares you? You're a big man. You know what proves that you're the Botswarmer? You can't launch while you're live. You can't launch while you're live. If, in my opinion, the Botswarmer is, have you ever heard of a guy called, and I don't know, this is just my opinion, I might be wrong, but you heard of Comic Relief Crusader?
Yeah, I believe so.
You know, if you ask Grok if he's Botswarming me, it's going to tell you 75% likely. Don't ask me. Radioactive. Epic swarm battles of history begin. You know what? I saved this chump a lot of money by going into subscriber mode. You know what, Snowbilly Grifter? Remember this one. You should think about this and you should thank me. And by the way, that's just my opinion before, but you should think about this and you should thank me as you report my stream over and over. They know you're going to try, okay? And they have a... Yeah, God, comic.
Well, hold on. Let me read Radioactive's thing in a different voice here.
Epic Botswarm battles of history begin. There we go.
There you go. The Communist Relief Bot Sorcerer. You know what? I'm just glad that, you have something that keeps you happy. You know what? Now we get to examine E Squared a little deeper because it would just not, there's no way we can end out the Xindi arc today. Hang on a second. You know what, Sean? Can you entertain for a minute longer? I'm just a little tied up.
Yeah, I think we're ready to move on with the episode here.
All right. So, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, should I give my grade and my final thoughts here, and then we'll go to the next one?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm giving this episode, you guys. Oh, and we got to get the poll up too when you get back. I give this a 55.
Paul usually does that to me.
Yeah. I give this a 55, man. This is a fail. And there's just so many plot holes in this damn episode. So many things that just could have been easily fixed. The list of possibilities is way too long, and they chose the thing that was going to probably fail. They could have done so much. They could have armed them. They could have warned them. They could have gone and gotten a hold of Degra. Yeah, no, I give it an almost that, JT. It's a 55, which can be turned into 2 other letters of the alphabet, I suppose. So maybe a 55.879. There we go. Yeah, fail. Absolute fail on this episode. It was really a shame. They didn't need it. They could have not even had this episode whatsoever. Given them,
they spent money on it too, so it wasn't the same money. That space battle was great.
Space battle's good. I like that the way they towed the ship into the vortex or to get them out. That was a really cool shot. But it's stupid. It was a stupid show, and again, it's like the time travel things are too hard to do. They've already had enough time travel in this arc anyway. And then they throw this other monkey wrench in, and it was terrible.
It was kind of terrible.
Yeah, it's absolutely the worst episode in season 3. Aside from Carpenter Street, maybe. But Carpenter Street was at least kind of interesting, and we had the guy from Saving Private Ryan in there,
and Negan, and also
right.
And also, what do you call it? It's hold on a second. It's paid off in this because they use it to convince the other Xindi.
I'm Radioactive just sent another super chat.
Hold on a second. You know what? I think that the communist belief crowdsourcer, defender of lies, backbiting, and generator of outright accidental satanic. God is hateful. That is satanic. That is satanic. I was disgusted when I read that. Nice freaking. You know what? When you learn to read, get yourself a Bible. Or you know what? If you want, everyone's so generous tonight. Communist Belief Crowdsourcer, send me your address and I'll send you a Bible on tape so that you can, for once, know something about what you're talking about. Because you know what? You're the perfect little crusader, aren't you? You believe that bio of yours. So, you know what? Like after all the other attacks, you would figure that we would learn. But you know what? What are you gonna do with a believer in truth? What is it? Truth, justice, the un-American. You know what? You're a goddamn snowbilly up there in the Great White North. Shut the fuck up about American politics. What the fuck do you know? Wearing the fucking MAGA cap? Why do the other Canadians look at you? And what are you going to crowdsource for next? You know what? Sean, we had a co-host early on in the show. Do you remember Hungry Boy?
I do. I hope he's doing well, by the way, just because I know he was having a tough time.
Thank you, Radioactive, for this chat. Yeah, you know what? If I was to hear from Hungry Boy, and he has my DMs, and I've spoken to him since he ghosted everyone once or twice too. I just don't go around selling access to my friends. He doesn't want anything to do with YouTube anymore. It was all about his friendship with Klobby. He's also not well. Now, can maybe, he get cheered up by some videos? Do you trust the person soliciting them to handle any information, including your email?
Would I?
Would you ever give a video to the person soliciting them for Hungry Boy right now? In a pity party for themselves? By the way, they have these little... there is so much pity porn on that. I don't know one feels bad for me, but you know what? There's some guy that no one's seen in a year that they feel bad for them, don't they? Tennessee Tuxedo. That's right, Wally. Fucking Bullwinkle. Goddamn Dudley Do-Wrong. You are a fucking moron.
Dudley Do-Wrong.
Yes, he's a fucking idiot. Disagree with Sean. Some of what he calls plot holes are just paradoxes. Yeah. I think that you're right, but I think the deal is this. They throw them all at us because they wanted these people to come back in season 5 or something. What do you think, Sean? We've come back to Earth. We did help save it.
And I do agree with you, RTNZ. The paradoxes are probably the better word for what I was trying to say. But yeah, there's too many of them. There's no logic in any of the time travel stuff. The stupid decisions they made, and I get it. If you're entertained by it, great. 7 out of 10. That's cool. I just really dislike this. I like time travel stories, and this one just was not done well. I do like, I can put my disbelief aside in most time travel stories, but this one I couldn't.
I understand.
Yeah, but I would rather someone be entertained by this than not. So, yeah, the 7 out of 10 is fair.
First time I saw it, the first time I saw it, it didn't bother me, and it went by rather smoothly. But like I said this to Germ, that was a long time ago before we tried to become professional critics. And by the way, I got you a little gift.
Me?
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to arrive. It's back.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay.
You know what? Like you enjoy reviewing movies and films, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, get this. I got you
a
copy, a physical copy of. Go ahead.
Hold on. No, I just want to say goodnight to Mr. Angel. He said he's taking
Mr.
off.
Angel, we love you.
Good night, Mr. Angel. Have a good breakfast.
Have a great one. Yeah, he's in Germany or England.
Oh, okay.
I forget.
No
which
ketchup
European
on the
country
hash.
He's in future America.
Okay, so go with your question. You were saying movies. You were talking about movie.
I'm not sure because I'm typing away to my friends over at Google Support while I'm doing this as we get more results of this ever deepening stream. Are you sure you don't have Are you sure your wife's not fully asleep yet, sir? I examined somebody's Twitter pattern. I was looking at it for like several days. And you know what? I got all the way back to 2022. They've been tweeting since 2023. I detected no joy, no thank you, and, trails leading back to 7 deleted fundraisers. So not only does he take the money, but then he never thanks anybody, the communist belief crowdsourcer. What do you think is going to happen next, Sean? Crowdsourcing his way to move to Texas? Where he can be free.
Don't do that to me.
Texas as a 54-year-old man.
To me.
Sean moved to Texas as like a 48-year-old man with nothing but skills. He's one of the most skilled people I know. Fucking communist belief crowdsourcing snowbilly grifter's gonna move to Texas, the most brutal to get by state in America, the lowest in economic opportunity. Sean's telecommuting shows you where it is.
You need to think called a work visa first. So
you need a thing called a high school diploma to get a work visa. You don't score highly enough on the citizen test. We need a wall if you think you're coming into America. You have no skills. You are old. You are not getting our Social Security you never paid in. You have to live on the Social Security of Canada that doesn't rely on people paying in. And I don't know about you guys. I'm sorry. We'll give you a more professional Star Trek show next week, no matter what happens. But I'm just kind of gloating that I was able to set this trap and this chowderhead threw himself right into it.
Yeah. Oh, look at Mr. Angel's breakfast. Omelet with smoked salmon and toast. Sounds good.
Really?
I've never had smoked salmon on an omelet. But that does sound good. I had an omelet with bacon today. I make good omelets.
Oh, yeah, sir. I mean, you know what? One of these days I'm going to get to Texas and check it out. I got family there, too. They're in the Austin area.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's only an hour from me.
Really? Yeah, no, my sister's from there. Like, I don't know, like, her parents, but, like, if I went there, I would, like, my best case scenario would be, like, bring my nephew. He's like 20. He's like super freaking cool. Oh, he'll be 21 by then. He's super freaking cool, and just like let him go like free range, like visit his family, and then come back and meet me. He can see both family members at once, or maybe I'll meet them. I don't know. It's up to him. He might not even want to go, but I think after I took him to see the Stones, he's well disposed towards me. I got a lot of ringing from the YouTube people. Let me see. Oh wow, it's the same person I talked to earlier. Hi, Rona. You know what? I always thought it was an AI. My favorite YouTube AI to speak to is named Sean.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a jerk.
Wow. High quality metrics coming through. Wow.
There we go.
Oh,
Here, I'm gonna pop up a picture of my omelet while you're doing that.
Oh, please. I'm sorry, sirs and madams. You hanging with us is really appreciated. And let's face it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the last half of one of the older episodes. But first, I'm going to layer some video on some of the season 1 episodes. I don't know.
There's my omelet.
Sir.
Look at that. A nice 3-egg omelet with sourdough toast, some fruit, bacon, and a little bit of sausage. There we go. Too bad Mark D with a season out here. We could turn it into a food show. That guy can cook.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's cooking for the Boy Scouts right now, right?
And there was, I think there was another super chat that came in.
Oh, my gosh. Radioactive, $5. So you're saying that this episode had race, gender swapped everyone, it would be quasi-watchable like Kurtzman's Soy Track. I think the first thing they should have said was T'Pol was trapped for like 75 years in a time-space continuum and she's still young and hot.
Yeah. They put her in stasis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Here's the other thing. They didn't need to wait 127 years because they could have employed that little thing called the relativity, and you just go orbit a black hole or a big star at sublight speeds, and you will just go 127 years in about 10 minutes.
That would have been canonically breaking, though, because Kirk discovers it. So they were smart about that one.
Yeah.
I respect that they didn't do. You know what? This episode is very sci-fi. Would you agree?
This one?
Come on, this is deeply sci-fi.
It's very it's attempted sci-fi.
Well,
they didn't pull it off well, but yeah,
is time travel sci-fi, or is it a different kind of sci-fi?
No, I think it is.
It's its own genre. I tend to agree with you on
it's a tool in the sci-fi toolbox.
You know what's funny? I'm developing a personal relationship with the customer service people over at YouTube from calling them so many times, and they're the ones who suggested that we put a trap on this show.
Oh. Look at Wes Kagels. Shaw isn't a jerk. I don't know who Shaw is. Robert Shaw?
I think so. Quint is a jerk, but he's a great jerk.
Oh, Quint, yeah.
Captain Quint is a great jerk.
The most horrible non-Academy Award winning performance of all time. He should have got Best Supporting Actor for that. I digress.
Yeah. I have to type for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to catch this fucking...
Oh, there he is. There's that East Kegel guy.
East Kegel, hey. We got 118 people here. Applause to the communist belief crowdsourcer. And I wrote this one for you. You ready? Failure can't pay the rent, even though it's 50 cents. No wife, trans kid, no pet. Walking around picking up half-smoked cigarettes. You got 2 tons of body fat. You know that lying and cheating's where it's at, because you're a lowlife and a piece of shit. And I don't want to sing no more about it, because you can go off and fuck yourself, because you'll never get with no one else. You are split because you're a piece of shit, and I'm clapping over it because you can't clap your hands, because you ain't got no job, you dumb man. You stayed up all night, bots warming me, and your boss said you didn't look too healthy, and then Your friends said that's bullshit. And you said, well, maybe I quit. And they said, no, you told the provable lie. No boss would fire you that way. It's 'cause you're dumber than you think you are. And you're behind on payments on that car. It was used when you bought it anyway. Hey, there's nothing wrong with admitting you're gay. All right. You know, it would cost you a lot less to go to cognitive behavioral therapy. You know what? We have a lot of fun here, and tonight we made a decent amount of money too. I want to thank the Communist Belief Crowdsourcer for riling up my fucking fans so much. I want to thank Riona. I want to thank Riona at YouTube, who I think saying she's got a big trace. I can't wait to see if there's anyone to count the stream on Tuesday.
Oh wait, we got something great from Mark Harkness. Hi, Mark Harkness.
Mark, you're gonna get a membership soon. Did you know that by the end of that first day, we'd lost nearly 100 men? I don't know how many bots, maybe 1,000. I'll never put on a life jacket again. Oh, that's Quint, right? All right, bot, go in the water. Grifter, go in the water. Grifter goes in the water.
We're gonna need a bigger bank account.
You know what, guys? Who would ever thought that it would turn out this way? But you know what? What's the matter, Communist Belief Crowdsourcer? You weren't able to rustle up enough money to get more photons? All right. We were talking about the Enterprise episode E squared. It doesn't suck. Let's give our people a chance to vote in it. Let's see how the other channel poll is going. I think we're going to bring this one right in on time in about 20 more minutes. My gosh, you guys, again, you overwhelm me. I'm going to say it again. One of the things that's kept me alive, and if you guys want to do more, do this. All right? I'm going to give you guys a hashtag. All right? I'm going to give it to you now. Let me just put this in there.
That's what he said. Oh, I see a North by Northwest Kegel showed up.
We got all the Kegel boys here. Wes Kegel sometimes on this channel. Guys.
Yeah, they're all cousins and brothers.
and yes. and they're warlocks. We got the Wicked Witch of the Kegel East, the Wicked Witch, the Good Witch of the Kegel East, the Good Warlock of the Kegel East, the Bad Warlock of the Kegel West, Glenn, the Good Warlock of the North, Glenn Kegel. The Good Witch was Glenda. Guys, tweet out my show and use that hashtag. It will make somebody really happy. There's a man out there who spent like months worth of welfare money buying these bots on the fucking black market from black hat pieces of shit. And I spent 3 days exploring the mental illness that I assigned to this person, and now I can make them dance on the head of a pin. Hey, you know what? Go to that inflatable companion that replaced your wife when she moved out. Has anyone seen her since she allegedly moved out? Maybe the RCMP needs to get on that one. He gained a lot of weight when the last time I saw him. Do you think maybe he hit her?
I would, no.
It wouldn't have been enough. He would he'd be hungry like an hour later. One of my uncles lived with that same experience. 3 days and 2 nights in the Sharks and mostly came out. Wow. And the Sharks mostly came out at night. It was specifically at the USS Indianapolis. For those of us who are younger, and not many of us at this channel are, but for those of us who are, we're all like about 40 to 50 because we love Star Trek and it hasn't been good in fucking 19 years. This is the year it changes. You know what, Sean? You know what song to play as I get ready to tell people why Star Trek is going to be okay. Go ahead and get ready to trigger the rant music. Here we go.
Hold on.
We have to get the right background. Yeah, well, it's all going to appear at once. Here we go. I don't want to hear any more of this nonsense about how we're holding our ground with Star Trek. We are not going to hold our ground. We're going to grab the enemy in the face and we're going to kick him in the ass. We're going to kick him in the ass. We're going to punch him in the nose. We're going to not let the other guy go until he's good and beaten and bloody. And then, and only then, will we march on into the final victory. A channel is a team. It moves, works, and operates as a team. You are the best trained, best performing, and honestly, let's be honest, the most generous and coolest channel community. You know what? Thanks for coming out with us on the little bot hunt. You never know what you're going to get on Saving Star Trek, but back to the matter at hand. I guess we got to finish reviewing this episode of Star Trek. So here's the deal.
Did the music play, by the way?
I played it. Yeah, you didn't. Oh, you're still not hearing it?
Yeah,
that's
StreamYard for you. Yep.
Yeah, you know what?
$40 a month, folks.
Guys, this is. I walked up to the guy who runs StreamYards, and I said to him, "Sir,
doesn't anyone see that this is wrong?"
And this is what he said to me.
The word decent doesn't apply to me.
I was going to get one of those The North Remembers t-shirts because that's for New York descendants of Civil War veterans. Did you know I had a relative at Gettysburg?
No.
Oh,
look. They're gone.
Wes Cagle. Oh, well, he couldn't afford anymore. You have to understand, these things cost money. And by the way, remember like that 2 days where I was insufferable because I was only reading about bots and stuff like that, and like Teague's got to calm down. I figured, and mental illness. So I stick the mental illness. I could do just stimulus reaction every time. They can't help it. I tested it. They boiled over and went and like got loud and crazy in a bunch of chat rooms and got banned from there. That social circle is just tightening in. It'll be a cinch to be. And by the way, the bot storming, I now have a relationship with YouTube customer service. I know that you're going to be doing this at the expense of the hypocrisy that you love so well. And you're going to stand on a soapbox and preach all day to get enough money to buy a burner phone, to go to Telegram, to talk to some black hat Chinese guys, part of your multi-communist country plan to take down an American businessman. Fuck you. You don't have any more money. You can't do shit. It's going to be, I know when Canadian welfare drop day is. I learned that when I had to deal with you. And really, if your wife's around, it's just because she doesn't want to have to live on the $786. But you know what? Alberta Unhoused Assistance, donate if you need help. Please. The in from the cold. Sean, could you imagine if someone's wife were to throw them out or they were to fall behind on the rent because all they did was bot swarm somebody and in a Canadian winter?
That happened to me, but I wasn't bot swarming anyone.
Oh my God. You were unhoused for a little while?
No. Well, I was unhoused from the house I was paying rent for.
Oh, that happened to me too, sir. All right, Rommel, I read your book. You know what? You know what? You wanted to use these freaking bots. You thought it was so damn funny. The fact that, it's like, he said my name, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I said it was my opinion. I didn't defame anybody.
No.
Yeah, and you know what? We've heard a lot worse. We've heard the word that rhymes with bag. That people shouldn't say, and all sorts of other things. So I don't really feel that bad. Also, guess what? This week on my show, we got the J-Man. Do you know him?
I've heard of J-Man. Yeah,
J-Man's good with the comics. He's really good. I like him. And by the way, you know what I picked up at the supermarket the other day? They got trans Xbots. They're trans Transformers. I bought a couple. I'm going to put them on cam just to like, it's hilarious. Sean, could you make me a trans Transformer that has like rainbow power? Maybe of Optimus Slime.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'll buy you pick out the kit that you want to make, right? And I want like a rainbow warrior with like a communist flag and his hand out with a paper cup. You might have to ask Andy for help with that one, but I think Andy could craft it.
I could do that.
You could do it?
Yeah, I could do it. I'll do something that Pedro Pascal would be proud of.
Taste the rainbow. All right. I have seen all the Kegels in the same place at the same time. Tonight in the chat.
They all look alike.
In my chat. They all look alike. His was a merchant marine ship, and he was the cook, and the guy loved fishing, would never go in the water because he would cast it off the dock, and that was over dry land. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I think I would never go into the water again. When my parents went to Pearl Harbor, the bugler who survived the attack on that ship lived in Pearl Harbor and went to that ship every morning to still play Reveille, and every night to play taps. Isn't that cool? They got his autograph.
Yeah.
They wrote a book about him. Big deal. He's a tour guide, but I thought it was cool. Guys, we're going to just fast forward to the end. There's a space battle. We beat the Marauders. They get back in time. And the episode is so weird. It's a handoff from the previously on. It's like, Degra, Archer, and like they're totally fine.
Well, Archer did have to put everything aside.
What do you mean?
He did a better job at it than Trip did.
What his personal feelings about the people on Enterprise 2?
Yeah.
Do you think that the reason why their ending was so vague was like, this is a great idea, we got to bring him back?
Wes Kegel.
You know what? Have you ever heard of the Transformer Bumblebee?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
All right, so you know what?
I have a Lego of him.
I analogize communist belief crowdsourcer to Bumblebee. And you know what I love about that? Bumblebee, if he got into a wreck, wouldn't he be leaking tranny fluid?
He could.
He could. Cars sometimes do leak tranny fluid. Before they transform. Like somebody told me their daughter did. I didn't have the nerve to ask him, like, when were they their daughter? But they were crying and asking for money on their stream. After this was the order of the stream. Anne Frank, my favorite author's books have been taken off the shelf, and I think it's wrong. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's a pretty grim story. What kind of schools? Like grammar schools where it belongs to inspire people. And I'm like, inspire people. Yeah, Anne Frank wrote my favorite book. I've read it a million times. Like, that's fucking morose. Why are you reading a 12-year-old's diary over and over and over? And it's like, what do you mean? Anne Frank wrote Frankenstein. And I started laughing. He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm right. See how crazy. It's like, you think Anne Frank is Mary Shelley, you fucking idiot. And then that came hot on the heels of, I think kids who identify as animals should be arrested by animal control and put into a cage. That was the sickest stuff. Absolutely sick, crazy, dark stuff. And there was the way they acted when we told them that they were. He says, it's been proven that there's been litter boxes in classrooms across America. I'm like, show me a picture. It's like, well, everyone knows it's true. It's like, have you ever been to America? Well, New York's for assholes. Sir, have you ever New Yorked in your life? I walked past more people today than live in the town of Staircars, Canada. Have you ever heard of that town?
No.
Staircar, Canada is a place that only has 4,000 people. But the thing is, it's right near Calgary. It's like less than an hour from Calgary. And you know what? I pinned the Calgary Want ads to the top of my X. Did you see that? Did you see how many jobs? That were 300 jobs. Immediate. Bonus to start. So many. So it's just, I feel like you know, if you say you can draw, but you can't use your arm, and you go on YouTube to draw, and you literally can't draw flies, you fucking loser. Do you really think that you staying up until 3 a.m. attacking me was a good idea? Yeah, we are doing the council next week, Sean. I decided that like 20 minutes ago. I thought you missed me saying it. Yeah, no, we can't do the council. When we only had 48 minutes left, I was like, there's no way. When the
we'd have to rush through it.
When the bot storm started, I lost a little track of time. Sometimes, you know what? The last bot swarm I completely ignored because I was setting up this trap. But now it's like, you know what? Until Communist Belief Crowdsourcer launches his bots live, I'm saying it. It is my personal opinion that the man who stalked me because he's gay, and that's fine, but this man who stalked a straight man, this man who Sean, how long is a baseball season? How many games?
162.
How many weeks have I been being stalked by the Communist Belief Crowdsourcer?
162.
162. So a year's worth of weeks. A baseball season's worth of weeks of my life. So I've done 7 seasons of 9 innings every day with this chump. And by the way, the Star Cares Beluga can come to the surface of his sewer slur X. Last night he broke his promise to Stone Loki and started tweeting about me. He has absolutely no self-control. You know what? You just please. You need cognitive behavioral therapy, or you could just admit you're gay and go on a gay cruise, and you'll find out that most of your problems will go away. And you know what? Then you can tell your wife that she was never married to a real man. Sean, I give E squared. What do you think? E squared.
What? Well, JT gave a 69. I gave a 55. We did have RT and Zed gave it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Do we have a poll up for this one? You gonna do one?
You know what? The Q seems to have won, but because we also do Landman, how about this? Oh, that's a good name for the contributor. The Landman of the you are a Landman on this one. Landman might be. What do you think, Tony? What do you think, Sean?
Say it again. The Landman.
Like for executive producer, it was like, is a Landman on tonight's show?
I think we should stick it with the Star Trek theme.
All right.
Just my opinion.
I'm gonna actually write out the name because writing E2 doesn't give me enough chance to make typos, and I need to do that, or I'm a bad host.
Steven, I just want to answer Steven's question. He's asking if we're going to do the council tonight. No, we're not going to have enough time to do that.
We can't. The bot swarm took care of that, but by the way, this is going to be probably, we keep saying this, but it's probably going to be the last bot swarm that we react to. We didn't react to the bot swarm the other day. We're getting better at it. This is just how it's going to be. I said it before. This guy is going to risk going to jail to go over the fence of some electrical company and steal a spool of copper wire, recycle it, and be like, now I can afford a burner phone to swarm Teague Sweden. This is going to go on till the day I die. And guys, you should be a little offended that this man, this talentless, abandoned husband who couldn't provide, who never got the free therapy to fix his disability that he doesn't have because he's drawing on stream with the arm that doesn't work. Maybe you shouldn't have. You know what? Communist Belief Crowdsourcer, here's something everyone knows but you. Sean, tell me if you agree with this one. When you need to support yourself, especially after you've been out of work for a long time because you don't, in this guy's case, he didn't want to have the job. Remember, somebody had a job for a very brief time, and then, we went on the air and we got bot swarmed, so we stayed on and kept defying the bot swarmer. And then, 11:30 the next morning, the Communist Belief Crowdsourcer says he got sent home from work because he didn't look good. I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why you looked like shit. Was it because you were still having one of your little fucking childish meltdowns? Just because yelling at your parents got you everywhere and you didn't have to grow up doesn't mean that you won't end up in the fucking hoosegow. It's 60 months in prison in the United States to start out for what you're thinking of, and I know what it is. All right? So the only thing that's going to buy me a couple extra months is that 60 months in prison. You still won't be able to help yourself. We all know where this is going. You tried to dox me, and I'm talking to the lawyer of the person who you doxed. They've got a few fucking problems with you. And if you take it any further, you get charged as a terrorist and the FBI is involved. So, fuck you. You've taken it as far as you could go. We might have caught you tonight, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Say hi to your wife for me when you go to drop off that Alamo. Oh, that's right. She supports you. Never mind. Say hi to her when she has her lawyer drop off the alimony check, because she works and you don't, and you won't. All right. So, E Squared. It was a much better idea and a much better story than the episode. I thought that our heroes in our regular cast, including Mr. Prideweather, gave pretty good performances. In fact, for Prideweather, it was a career high. Like, he looked engaged, he looked like he cared, and yeah, you should stop by there. So, I don't know. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest Star Trek. It wasn't the worst Star Trek. I'm gonna say C+. No, I'll give it a B. I'll give it an even B because it didn't.
Wow.
It moved. You know what it is? Here's the thing. While I'll give it to it, it moved along at a good clip. It was paced well. It was all right.
Okay, so
okay
like a
Star
straight
Trek.
80.
Yeah, because it was good Star Trek. It wasn't a very good episode. All the performances by our heroes are good. T'Pol's performance as old T'Pol is a problem, but they did that to her. That was a casting mistake right there. The morning show, it's made even less sense the last 15 minutes of the stream. You know what RTN said? I'm glad you stick around, even though we sometimes get unhinged. What happened was we got bot swarmed, and we found that the bot swarmer has absolutely no impulse control. Like, he needs medication for it, and he'll never get over it. So what we tried to do is just milk all the bots out of him in one night. And also, we laid a very predictable trap for him. And I don't know, like, the critical drinker is huge. Did he ever have to do that? Lure in and seek and destroy a freaking opponent like this? Doomcock has 300,000 fans. I found the one person. I got 2,800 subs. I found the one person who's batshit insane. So listen, I think he's broke. So next week I'm going to start the show, and it's not going to be in subscriber mode. Okay, so new people can. We're going to try to grow this channel for the week before. There's another Canadian welfare drop. He gets 3 Canadian welfare drops a month. Did you know that?
Oh wow!
Yeah, EI. And also, like, he's working on this thing for famished male child, where he says that people should give him your information. Yeah, I can tell you as someone whose information he's had, it rhymes with rocks, and he got it all wrong. But you know what? If he really gets it wrong, imagine him sending someone to where your mom lives, going after you. What an idiot. Yeah, no respect. It's just YouTube. I'll walk away from this tomorrow if I want to. I actually have a real. And by the way, Scotty R37, since I work, I can afford more cocaine than you. You can't even afford to indulge the answer to how much cocaine you could do. Okay? You lay that pipe. I mean, you take that straw and you get back to me, and I'll try to beat you. Go ahead, Sean. But that's
I was going to share.
It's uninspiring, though. It leaves me vaguely unsatisfied. My lowest even B.
Okay, I put you at an 80.
Yeah. The thing is, it was very good sci-fi. It just falls apart as plot holes at the end, left and right.
No, I was just going to take a little segue because Stephen M. was talking about his favorite starships and stuff. I was going to pop up my Enterprise D a little bit if I could. Okay. So Stephen, this here is the Enterprise D that I built. This is my nice little model there, and the base that I built. And if you look in the bottom left corner of that stand, there's a communicator pin in there that Gary Ambrosia gave me. He cast it from an actual prop. You can see that down here.
Believe I'll be needing one of those, Mr. Ambrosia, sir. I'll
Yeah,
make it
so
worth
you-
your while. I'll make you see stars.
Yeah, so this was my
I'll love you like even Don Knotts couldn't. That is
Yeah.
beautiful, Sean. Look at
yeah,
that.
it looks a lot brighter on the camera than it does in person. Like those nacelles are glowing like white here, but they're blue. It's just the camera
Your
picks
ship
up
doesn't
everything.
Look, it's very JJ. You got lens flare, but the difference is you have a real lens.
Yeah, there's the pin
Look
right
how
there,
beautiful.
right down here.
Yeah, I see it. It's a
I
TNG
put a little-
pin, right?
Yeah,
It is there-
yeah.
it's the
Gary
correct
cast
comm
it for.
badge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What's with
that
the
shot I
extra
love.
accents?
The back shot.
Is that for? Those are the running lights.
The back here.
Yeah, the blues.
Yeah, they're actually white. They just show blue on the camera. Then I got blinking lights up there.
This is beautiful. You know, I think that people need to know Sean is one of the most gifted people I know, and this is my most treasured possession.
Oh, here.
I
Let me
have two very treasured possessions. One is the Constellation, but Sean has seen to it that history will never forget the name Enterprise.
There we go.
Look at that.
Cool. Turn
Look
it.
at
Can
that.
you turn it on?
I unplugged it so I could move it.
Oh, okay.
This one has batteries. But here's my favorite part. The dedication.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's upside down.
I know.
There it is.
It's hard not to be dumb. I'm not a smart man.
There it is. Live long and prosper. And then I signed it.
I'm going to love this thing till the day I die. Thank you.
Oh, you're very
All
welcome.
right, everybody. Well, it's been a great show. Sean, what's going on for you this week? What's the movie?
The movie, shoot, I don't think we decided because it's Halloween themed this month. We did American Werewolf in London last week. I don't think we decided on one for this coming week, but we got some good ones coming.
I got a suggestion.
Good, yeah.
All right. American Werewolf in Paris. Or the Meg
that's
with
a real
Ruby
one, isn't it?
Rose. Yes, it is. It's the transformation scenes are probably better because it's so much later, or maybe they suck because they're CGI. You know what? You want to watch a Halloween movie and not be bored? This is a non-ironic suggestion. Event Horizon.
I brought that up and it was turned down.
But there's a new movie by that guy out now. It's trending. Talk to them. Paul Thomas Anderson is releasing another movie. It might actually be out. Yeah, Battle to End All Battles.
Oh.
Yeah. So you should maybe bring that up. Check out Battle to End All Battles. It's Paul Thomas. There's two Paul Andersons. Make sure it's the same Paul Anderson because Paul W. Anderson and Paul Thomas Anderson. And if you have to be one of the Paul Andersons, be the one who got to be married to Mila Jovovich.
Okay, so it's not no relation to Adolf Anderson, the famous chess player.
No. Springtime for Admiral and
No, but no,
Starfleet.
there was a real guy, Adolf Anderson. He was one of the. Paul Morphy beat him. He was like the best until Paul Morphy came along. I'm a chess nerd. I'm not good at it, but I follow it.
My favorite my favorite chess player is this guy Little Man Tate, Jodie Foster's son.
Was that
Remember
the movie?
terrible movie? Yeah.
No.
For whatever reason, after Silence of the Lambs, they're like, no movie with Jodie Foster can go wrong. Let's just put her in all bad movies. My biggest problem with Star Trek V, besides its plot, is the idea that Starfleet would launch a starship that makes Microsoft releases of Windows today full of features.
Yeah, I like Star Trek V. It's one of my
like it
favorites.
too.
I like it only because I like that Shatner put so much of the relationship between the three of them. It's the best interaction of Spock, McCoy, and Kirk that we get in any of the movies. There's so much of it, and they all get like pretty equal time. There's some heartwarming moments and stuff. Yeah, the plot's a little crazy, but we get the best interactions of that trio. I think. I do like Doomcock's theory that it's actually a dream.
For 5?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When I was on Star PCB, the only Star Trek we talked about is he's like, tell us about yourself and your Star Trek stuff. Like, well, I'm Admiral Teague, and I am defenders of such nebulous ideas as the Nexus theory that says the TNG movies didn't happen. And I think he said, if only. And then I said, we could get rid of Star Trek Worst Contact like that. And I said, and also I believe that Star Trek 5 was a dream. And he's like, well, it was a dream. It's like, I like the cut of your jib. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I love the theory. I mean, there's nothing to back it up, but it's a great theory. And you can...
theory is great too.
Because you can kind of believe it at the end of the movie. And the last line, if it is and life is a dream. And look at that Wes Cagle. What a jerk.
Quick question about the super chat. I think it's gotten to that point, and I don't think I'm afraid to do this. You tell me if you think it's the time has come and gone, right? It's time to do this, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you see the private chat?
Oh. No.
Okay.
No.
Sean, you know what? You're more level-headed than me. I think we did a lot of damage to somebody's ego today. All right, listen, guys. I give it a B.
What?
Sean, was your final mark again on E squared, or did you get?
I give it a 55. I failed it.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. I do have to say something
though. It is
though.
a 55 as a story, but it says it's an A+ as a story, but it's a 55 as an episode. Yeah.
Yeah, it just took me out of it. But I got to say something here. Wes Cagle. I'll bring that thing back up. Wes Cagle, you have insulted me one too many times, sir. This constant barrage attacks of these little colorful flags on me, and you have no verifiable proof, except for that one time in college, that I would ever do anything like this. I, sir, object. Anyway. There we go. There's my rant. Whoop, it's still playing.
I turned it back on, and you have to play the clarion call. I think I might get one just of the trumpets. I found another version of Patton. It was like, I guess, rewritten for a marching band. And it's just like, they take the fading trumpets, and what they do is they have like 4 times the breath. It's like, they like beat you right in the face with it. And it's like so high impact and so good. You know what? There's no monetizing this stream after all the shit we've been through. So, I mean, what else can you say? We're going to play the Patton music. And you know what? We appreciate all of you. Saving Star Trek is a great show. Sean, any models coming out?
Yeah, I'm working on the Voyager right now. And I have a feeling this is going to turn out to be one of my best ones. Really taking my time with it. It did some new techniques with it, and it's going to look good.
I bet you. Well, you know what? You've got plenty of talent with that one. You are the best model maker I know. And you know what? Who do you got in the world, too? And thanks to the 2 people who joined the channel tonight. We love you all. What do you think of what do you think of the Yankees' chances against the Blue Jays?
I think they'll win.
Yeah, the Blue Jays are traditional bottom dwellers. Okay, guys, we love you. We love the Yankees. Go ahead, Sean.
Oh, well, hold on.
Can I finish, please?
I was gonna say.
We'll work our way to dunking on everyone's show who's ever fucked with us. Time by time.
Actually, though, to be honest with the baseball, I have not followed baseball at all this year. I didn't even know that the Dodgers progressed, and I'm a Dodger fan, so I'm going to have to catch up and watch the playoffs. But I think the Yankees are going to do it. I do.
You know what? I still don't think it'll happen. I think the Yankees will lose a Subway Series to the Mets next year on the 40th anniversary of the Mets' last World Series. And then the next year, the Yankees will win a World Series on the 100th anniversary of their first, after 2 Subway Series. What do you think of that? The game would be back, wouldn't it?
Definitely plausible. Yeah, and it would. I mean, I really,
so
I wish, I was glad the Dodgers beat the Yankees, but I wish it would have gone to Game 7. That would have been so good. I was really disappointed that I mean, like, here's the thing.
That
Like,
team was unstoppable and might be again, though.
Yeah, but I just think, like, I'm such a sports fan. Like, even when I played baseball, I would rather lose a very tight game than win one by a blowout.
Yeah, because you want to have fun playing baseball.
Yeah.
And the other thing that people should understand, you know what? Guys, fellas, friends, you know, if it's not for the other 31 teams, your team has no one to play. Stop getting angry at the other fucking fans and have fun. And by the way, if a kid catches a baseball, the worst thing you could do is go over and start screaming at him and their parents. If that had happened in Yankee Stadium, that woman would have been thrown over the sidewalk. People said, throw her off. Or at least the old
Oh,
Yankee
my God.
Stadium.
JT Kirk, shots fired.
Whoa.
What did my mom do to you? Or wait, what do you wish my mom did to you?
Whoa. Sir.
My mom is a respectable lady, sir.
She runs a respectable broth. I mean, she's a respectable lady.
Well, she is single now. I mean, yeah.
Oh, God.
Sir, that was so controversial. Sir.
I'll be back on Tuesday, and I don't know, maybe I'll come through tomorrow. Friday was so much fun hanging with everybody. I like showing up on Friday. You know what? Looks like somebody's out of photons or finally had a sudden and acute attack of common sense. It doesn't matter. They'll convince themselves it's okay in a few days. And what can I tell you?
Or maybe the IP address was blocked.
Or maybe the trap that we laid on this traced the bots. I said, you know what? Listen, until the Communist Relief Bot Sourcer can launch live without getting swarmed, there's no other suspects. Right now, people ask Grok. Ask Grok if the Snowbilly Grifter, and you know his real name, ask him if they think he's the person bot swarming Admiral Teague. It might need context. I don't know. But if you ask it to examine his tweet stream, well, ask it when the last time he ever said thank you or was happy. Those words are absent. Kind of. You know what, Sean? Isn't it sad when you meet someone who's so bad-hearted that they think that they can't trust anyone, so that everyone must be bad-hearted and they just live in a bad-hearted world? Sucks, right?
It's a shitty way to live.
You know what? If you have made that calculus, it's the only way you deserve to live, in my opinion, now, right? Filled with loathing, thinking everyone's as bad as you, and misjudging the whole world as being dumber than you because you're just not too smart. You're not good with the smarts. But I want to say the final results of the poll, everyone said, what grade do you give E squared?
Oh, what was it? It was up on the screen.
B led with 37%.
Wow, I'm in the minority on this then.
Yeah, well, not total minority. 20% said C. Or A got 27%. Wow, a lot of people really liked it. C, 27%. D, F, 9%. Hey, you know what? The strength of the sci-fi might be enough to power through. Maybe people accept the makeup as you know, of the time. And you know what? We have had a fantastic show. Before we sign off, I just want to thank every one of you. I think I've been good at shouting people out as they came in. I know that after these things, I'm always a little mentally exhausted. It's a little taxing. But you guys are the most generous people in the world.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, man.
Really, especially JT. But yeah, thank you, Ruby Hoove, who is always... Listen, Saving Star Trek is brought to you by the brilliance of Gene Roddenberry, by the love of Star Trek on this panel, and, of course, by Sydney Sweeney, and financial donations by viewers like you, including the Ruby Hoove, the Dead Man, Ruby Hoove again, my great friend JT Kirk, who has and listen, Ruby Hoove and the Dead Man have achieved Q level over time, but tonight's Q of all Qs, JT Kirk, sir. You know what? I think, and also RRTNZ, thank you for so many super chats. And it's just validating to be appreciated by someone who likes someone as good as the Drinker, who the Drinker seeks out their jokes. That's an honor. Off screen, Teague is one of the most real great guys you'll ever meet, with or without an armada behind him. The 19-month super chat is my favorite. Thank you, JT, for that one. That really meant a lot to me.
Look at that.
What? Oh, wow.
Look at the chat.
Mr. Kegel, sir, we want more Hoshi. Hoshi. You know what? People have been generous. One more. I think we can play Hoshi one more time before we go. It's only a minute long. Let's do it.
Incoming transmission.
Welcome to Saving Star Trek, a show talking about one of my favorite shows, Enterprise. I am Linda Park. I play Hoshi Sato and also Empress Sato. So enjoy this show. I love that it's finding a whole new life on the streaming services. And you better hit that like button or Empress Sato will not be happy. I mean, she could make a storm happen, and she could really make your life hard. Anyways, enjoy the show, hit that like button, and thank you for being a fan of Enterprise.
Thank you, sir. Also,
Hoshi.
Oh, Hoshi. I'm a Hoshi man. I think everyone knows I'm a Hoshi man. Yes, I am. But JT Kirk, thank you so much. Thank you, RRTNZ. Thank you and also for wishing the Jets luck. I appreciate that. I want them to leave town and change their name. Why can't I live in LA? Also,
you don't want to live there.
Thank you. Yeah, but their football team keeps leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving.
Oh, well, that's true. And then coming
this?
back and leaving again.
Oh, wow. I've seen this video before. RRTNZ sent us a video. We have to share this. This is pretty funny. I think you've seen this one before.
I see nothing.
No, I'm looking for it now. Here we go. Everyone see this one, right?
Oh, yeah. I did. I watched that. That's funny.
The ghetto crab.
He's like, get away.
That is hilarious. I mean, I stomped the thing myself personally.
Yeah.
You know, I want to thank RRTNZ, Radioactive, West Kegel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys are all the greatest. I owe you all. You've had my back for these many months, and maybe our long national nightmares come to an end. I know one thing, though. Wherever there are streams and wherever there is Star Trek, Teague is there to save it. So if you can, join my other channel. It's called Teague's. It's called Saving Star Trek, but you won't get results from that because this channel dominates that. Here it is one more time. Sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time like Gamecock. Yeah. Okay.
He's amazing at that.
He really is. And from what you've told me and layered on, I mean, I saw a little bit of myself, but I only did the show like once. You know, you really just the stuff you told me. You need the sound. It's classic Star Trek music, fight music. The crab was going through Ponfar. If they play too much of the Star Trek fight music, I might get in trouble for that one. But I have a little bit of it if anyone wants to hear it. For everybody who is a Q out there, this is why we fight, to stop this kind of Star Trek.
Insufficient sensor data. Incorrect.
10 fucking grueling hours.
You know what? May have gone a bit too far in a few places. Tonight's show ran over. We love you all, and you've earned beautiful Miss Sydney Sweetie on the way out. But remember, guys, stay off drugs.
Pure anti-proton. Absolutely pure.
All right, and we'll be back with thousands, or hopefully dozens, of people. And tonight's real numbers were fantastic. We thank you. I disavow that bullshit. And let's see if did he hotwire the like count again too, or did he finally come to his full senses? Yeah, he'll try to do something tomorrow when he finds some more cans in the street or whatever. Goes clamming at the edge of the fucking lake. Whatever snowbillies do in their grift. You know what? I just realized something. That won't happen. That involves real work. Guys, please do me a favor. Buddy's right. Do exactly what he says. And you know what? Leave a comment. And ahoy! It's Stark of Iron!
Hey, Tony.
You know what? We're going to be hanging out here for a while, Tony. Watch your Xbox. Maybe we'll have a little chat. I don't know. Shoney, you're going right to bed as usual?
I can hang out for a little bit. And talk
Send
backstage
Tony a
for a
pass
while.
and we can hang out for a little while. We haven't seen our friend Tony in a while. Guys, we're done. The stream's over. You were fantastic. I'll say it like Ozzy. I love you all. It's weird not to have him around anymore. But you guys are the best. And we'll be back next week with more Star Trek. And I'll see you next Tuesday, where we're going to have a stream. You know what next Tuesday's stream is called? I can't draw either. All right, you've earned Sydney Sweeney. We love you guys. But you know what? I could go on forever about it. I'm sorry, sir.
Can I finish, please?
Sinubu sit.
Good dog.